Ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da ba. Welcome back to No Filter MMA, folks. This has to be, I think, the most highly anticipated episode of Real Naked Smoke, guys. We are already to episode 7, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Real Naked Smoke, guys. So you know that and of course I am joined by no other than the Real Naked Smoker himself, my brother Two Beast. Two Beast, how you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, BJ? Glad to be here, man.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here to talk this talk, you know what I'm saying, about this good old topic here. I'm
Yeah,
ready, man.
boy. Yes,
By
sir.
my
So of course
clock
we
is
will
7 p.m., man.
go
And
ahead.
we got as much time as you want.
We got this, bro. Ain't no fights on tonight. We got as much time as long as we want to stay on this piece tonight, bro. We gonna stay on this piece tonight. So if you ain't got what you need to keep you grounded and keep you in one spot, you better get what you need to keep you in one spot. That's for the people that's watching, because y'all already know I got what I need to keep me in the same spot. So oh man. So no fights this week, to be. So I mean, we had to come with something, dude. Like we had to do something to keep the community on their toes, man. What you think about first of all the women's MMA fights, in this little couple month period? But what do you think about, what I'm saying, these? How do you feel on these bye weeks, man, when there's absolutely nothing to watch?
You know what? I used to question, like, yo, why does the UFC be taking the weeks off like that? And it always usually correspond with like national holidays. And
Okay.
the reason why is because a lot of basically the judges, the referees are employed by the commission, which is a part of the government,
Mm-hmm.
state government, right? And then they're
Right.
gonna get holidays
Right.
off. So I'm thinking that's pretty much the main
Fact.
reason why they be having the holidays off. So this is one of those ones where it's like, can't help it, it's a holiday, but nevertheless it's still missed because we trying to get our fights in.
Yeah. We trying to get it. Trying to have something to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't make a fight, man, instead, this how I see it. Instead of making no fight, just do a whole all female fight from the prelims all the way up to the main card, the main event, all females. Like, do you think we'll ever get that, Two Beast?
Oh man. It would be wonderful, like, and they could do like maybe just 6 to 8 fights. It don't even got to be like a full like 11 to 15, how they usually do. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 to 7 on the main, and then another like 5 to 7 on the prelims for like a majority of their fight night cards. But they could just do like maybe 6, 7 fights and call it ladies' night out, whatever you want to call it, whatever. But just like you could have like at least one title fight, maybe two, just to get the eyes on the show. Oh, it's a title fight, so that'll automatically help with like numbers, ratings, and stuff like that. And then you could have one of your exciting fighters like an Andrade fight or a Cachoeira fight where it's gonna be blood or knockout or violent, or and like a top contender fight. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple of them at least. And then maybe like one of those.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
I'm not. I'm not gonna say Ronda versus Gina, but something to that effect where it's like a lot of name value, where those two fight just to bring more eyes to it, and then you got like two fights that are number one contender slots or high ranking fights or whatever, and then one or two title fights, and then there you go, and you could build from there. I know they could do a fight night for that. You feel me? But hey,
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever get it. If we get it, it'll probably be years from now.
Man, and that's crazy that you say you think it would be years from now, because I remember a couple years ago, me and Combo were talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, dude, like, what's up with You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with an all-female card, man? We thought maybe we could get something like that. You know, we were hoping that we could get something like this, you know, in the near future. You know, but dude, that was 2-3 years ago that me and Combo was talking about that, man. And it still ain't happened. Like nothing like we haven't even seen a female heavy card. You know what I'm saying? Like at least if you're not gonna give us a female card, an all-female card, what about a female heavy card? You know what I'm saying? With a you know, the first fighter not female, the feature prelim is a female fight, the main card opener is a female fight, the co-main is female, the main card is a female title fight. Like we ain't asking for much. You know, but I mean, golly, man.
Dude, I feel it, bro. I mean, my thing is, man, like there's this stigma, like this it's like it's almost like kind of like a bandwagon thing. It's the cool thing, it's the fad, right? To make fun of or dislike women's MMA. It's like this cool thing to do within the MMA universe, right? And it's weird as fuck to me, to be real, like, because you have plenty, just as many examples of fights that are boring, fights that are not technical, fights that, you know what I'm saying, what are they doing in the UFC, like skill level? You got plenty of fighters like that on the male side too. Lack of finishes. You know what I'm saying? Like Colby Covington, like wasn't he one of those ones that was like, oh, you don't be finishing people, they're gonna cut him because he born or this, that, and other.
Yeah.
It's like, you got all across the board the same exact things that people complain about with women's MMA. You got the same thing on the men's side. And what happens is there's this magnifying glass and the sun, right, over top, and people just put more of an emphasis on the littlest of things. We could have 3 fights that are finishes. One fight go bad, oh, women's MMA sucks. It's like they're just waiting for something to grab onto so they could validate the standard of women's MMA being bad. Like they just want to validate that, grab onto anything they can, bro. And it's like, me personally, I don't get it. If a majority of the fans are like male, right? And it's like a majority of people tend to be heterosexual. It's like, I just don't see how these women can get on here and do these incredible things, and that's just not like a positive thing that someone's like into. Like, holy crap, these women out here killing it from an athletic perspective, and on the flip side, they still could do their modeling thing. They still like look good as hell, this, that, and that. Like, I'm just thinking like the general population of the fan base. I'm like, what is it about women's MMA that is driving y'all so crazy to just be like, oh, women's MMA sucks? I just can't understand that. I
don't follow boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell you how the general, the boxing universe, how they look at women's boxing fights. So I couldn't tell you that. How do they look at women's boxing fights?
That's a question for Combo, because I personally, I don't watch boxing at all, because for me, like, I'm not saying boxing is a bad sport, but for me, it's like I've spent too much time watching MMA, and like to watch boxing for me at this point would be like I'm missing something. I'd miss my grappling, I'd miss my kicks, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I personally don't do boxing. But to my understanding, from what I've heard, it's almost even worse. Like, it's not a whole lot of women's boxers out there that are like killing it in terms of popularity and like making a whole lot of money. To my understanding, I could be wrong, but that's my general take, is that it's even worse of a situation in the boxing realm than it is the MMA realm.
Okay. That makes
But
sense.
Combo, that'd be the person for that question, definitely. He'll know.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I might just ask him that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that is more of like he asked that. He's like the person to ask that too. So yeah. I'm gonna have to ask him that. But yeah, so while we wait on James Prez and Combo to slide through, because Combo said he was gonna slide through. I talked to him a little bit earlier today, so I'm just letting him do his thing. He'll be here. So yeah, let's talk about the topic at hand. The topic at hand. You know, I can't but think my goal here. Let me tell you what my goal is. My goal here is to find the middle ground. Find what it is that I'm missing. James, check your inbox. Check your inbox on Discord. I sent it to you directly, James. Yeah, James, just go to Discord and check your personal inbox, and I sent it on there. But yeah, my goal is to find what I'm missing, because people keep saying I'm missing something. Combo saying I'm missing something. Stamina said I'm missing something. You know what I'm saying? I've been racking my brain. I couldn't even really focus at work today, bro. So I'm at work and I'm thinking, I know I got the rear naked smoke tonight, and I'm trying to figure out, like, BJ, surprise them and come with some understanding, and I'm still not quite understanding. So tonight, that is what I'm for. I'm here so I can understand. I'm here to get some understanding. So yeah, somebody let me know. 2Bs, I'm gonna let you kick this thing off, man, so we can get this thing going. I'm actually gonna change the I'm working on changing the thumbnail for this video. I found a better picture of Valentina holding her belt. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick this thing off, 2Bs.
All right. So before I get too far, the main thing you trying to do is understand what it is you're missing about the assessment of Natalia Silva. Oh man, he went off. Okay, so basically, to my understanding, that's what it is. Is
Yeah,
I'm
trying to understand why her fans. I'm trying to understand why her fans and the people who support her are not demanding the right things from Natalia Silva. They're not holding Natalia Silva to the same standard that everybody else who is primed and ready for a title shot, the standard that they get held to. So yeah, okay. that's the understanding I'm looking for. Combo, give me 1 second. And I see that you trying to jump in. I'm trying to change this photo, but go ahead, 2Bs.
Okay, I got you now. All right, so but now I'm glad you said that, because here's the thing. I can only speak mostly for myself as someone who's a fan of her. I can't really get too much into how other people are that are fans of her, because especially this year and lately, I just have not had the patience to really invest too much into the things that fans are saying in regards to the sport. Like, more or less, like, I'm not reading comments like I used to. Like, I used to like go on the channels and look through comments a lot and see like the temperature of the comment section is, you know what I mean? And I haven't even been doing that lately, because it's
I need to stop I need to stop.
Yeah, like the one thing that's been bothering me the most is the scoring system, and that it's kind of like a snowball effect. It's like, oh, here we go, another close fight where, and I'm just kind of exhausted when it comes to like explaining to people, like, yo, I mean, I could break something down completely as clear as day, and a person will come back at me with the most illogical just rebuttal, and I'm just like, you completely did not read the entire comment I just made. Like, you just went off on a tangent, and you ain't even, And when I say you, I'm talking about the general person that I see in a comment section, either bashing Silva or another fighter that I'm saying, oh, this person won, da 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 da. Like, and it's with these close fights, and this scoring system been bothering me so much lately to where I'm like, I don't have the patience to even talk to people right now online. And the reason I bring that up is that's why I don't really know exactly to the extent how fans are dismissing the ground game discussion with Natalia Silva. But me personally, you're not gonna get me on a microphone and hear me say this fighter or the other. There's no way this person can lose. This person is perfect for this opportunity or be the champion, because that just don't exist. And I'll tell you this: the reason why I stopped watching basketball and football is because I got so tired of the team because I never had a specific team, which is kind of the reason why MMA fit me so well, because I wasn't invested in teams, I was invested in specific players, right? Which makes more sense now looking back, like why I watch MMA, because what you do, you don't invest in teams, obviously, you invest in specific fighters, your interest. So
Right.
even back to the basketball and football
It's
days when I was
easier.
watching, it's like, yeah, like I'd have my hopes up for this team. They had like 65, 70 plus wins on the season and whatnot. I'm like, yo, they're going to win the title. And then some game come up or some part of the series come up, they drop the ball. I'm pissed as hell. So I was like, I'm done with sports. And then I found MMA again. And the reason why I
Yeah.
bring that up is because look, nobody who you could be the biggest favorite, you could have the best record, you could have this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, you could still go out there and lose. That's Natalia Silva, that's Valentina, that's Amanda, that's Kayla. You would get all the top of the division. Every last one of them are capable of losing. Even Khabib, if he came back, he could possibly lose just like everybody else. That's just reality. So for fans who happen to be a Natalia fan, if you are going out here and saying, oh, the grappling is 100% not a problem, why we got to worry about it, this, that, and the other, this is why people like BJ is so, kind of like confused with y'all, is because like
Mhm.
you gotta acknowledge, look, Natalia Silva, yes, we haven't seen much. The key word is much, not none. We haven't seen much of her grappling within the realms of UFC, but we have seen it. It
Right.
does exist. I promise I'm not making it up. It happened in multiple fights, defensive and
Right.
offensive. Now, this is me I'm talking about. I can't speak on other people, but I personally know, like, listen, there is some grappling that she's displayed, and I don't see her as a fish out of water in any of those scenarios. Even when she was on her back in the Rose fight and with the what's her name, Blader fight.
Teresa Blader.
In the
Yeah.
Blade, Teresa Blader, right? Initially, she couldn't take
Yeah.
Silva down. It's when Silva tried to reverse her, I think the second time with like a wizard kick or something, and then Blader ended up on top. And then what happened is she kept trying to pass Silva's guard, right, to get in the half guard so she could get some ground and pound. And she
Okay.
failed several times. And then if she get it, Silva would get her guard back. That's grappling. Most people, you slice through their guard, that's a wrap. You're gonna finish them. But Silva got her guard back as soon as Blader would even get close to passing it. She kept her in full guard for most of that time, and then eventually swept her. Blader's much bigger. You feel what I'm saying? Young, and it was even in the first round. So you feel me? Like she was fresh, and she swept her. This is the wrestler, right? And then you look at Jasmine Jasudavicius. Took Jasmine down with a wizard kick. And then Jasmine could not take her down the entire fight. And this is Jasmine Jasudavicius, one of the best wrestlers in the division. And then you got Viviane Araújo. I can't remember exactly if she got her down in the second or the first. I can't remember. But I know in the first she was held up against the cage for the round. But Arujo couldn't get her down and keep her there. You feel what I'm saying? So, yes, offensively, I believe there's only 2 takedowns. Like I said, it's not much, but it does exist. You feel what I'm saying? To say that she's a fish out of water when it comes to grappling and wrestling, not so much. I mean, if you didn't already, as a coach who were preparing for Natalia Silva, can you hear me? Or oh, okay,
we lost you for a second, but you're back.
Oh, okay, cool. So, like, if you as a coach are not preparing to try to take Silva down after the Jasmine fight, you shouldn't be coaching. That should have told you right off the rip. This is her first fight debuting in the UFC, and she tearing this girl apart like that on the feet. Nah, we got to make a plan to take her down. The Victoria Leonardo fight, same thing. After that fight, if you a coach and you're not saying, "Hey, take this girl down," what are you doing? So it's like,
what are you doing?
Coaches have for a while now known, like, hey, Silva's probably better to take down as opposed to stand with. So Silva has had to be prepared to potentially be taken down in every single fight because she is very much so known as a striker. Because once again, she's only did 2 takedown attempts, or excuse me, gotten 2 takedowns. And then let's look at the Rose fight, right?
Yeah.
So when Rose took her down, I just checked it back I just watched it like 20, 30 minutes ago. Rose took her down with 1:40 left approximately. Rose only hit this girl about like 6-8 times. Nothing damaging, nothing serious. She never passed her guard. She never, you know what I'm saying, did anything of any significance aside from hold her there. Now, when I looked at the stats, it said 8 to 5 significant strikes for that round. Take it for what you will, but I took that as a situation where Silva minimized risk in trying to get up, because Rose does have, like, I think at least 1 or 2 rear naked choke finishes, right? So she's good at back taking, right? So she said, okay, let me just minimize damage, come back strong in the third, which is what she did. Because here's another thing too. Silva wasn't a fish out of water in that situation, because when you look at how she came back in the third, if that grappling was so effective, right? And if it was just like this Achilles heel for Silva, she would have been at least gassed a little bit, or at least discouraged to strike and really open up with Rose on the feet, right? But nah, she's like, okay, you got that round, Rose, whatever. Let's come back in this third so I could piece you up and win this fight. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't like the grappling was just this super Achilles heel for Silva in that fight. And then come in the third round, she got her own takedown. You feel me? So I get that. Okay, when you look at Erin, she has way more time spent in her area that she doesn't prefer to be, which is stand up. Silva has spent a lot less time offensively in her weaker area, which is grappling. So Erin has much more experience in that second round, but Erin has to start there. So naturally, she's automatically going to have way more experience in her not preferred area than Silva will, because Silva doesn't start in her area that she doesn't prefer to be in, which is grappling. So when you look at that element, yeah, you want to judge people equally, but it's difficult too, because now, granted, if they were both strikers, this would be super easy, right? But one person starts in their area and one person don't, so it's kind of difficult to keep them on the exact same scale. You feel me? And once again, this is just me saying, hey, look, I'm trying to look at everything fair. I don't know how everybody else is assessing Silva's ground game, but what I will say is if Valentina takes her down repeatedly, it will absolutely become a problem as the rounds go on. Do I think Valentina will drown Silva on the mat? I doubt it, because we've seen that Silva is educated in regards to not just letting someone slice through her guard like that. And on a couple of occasions, she was taken down in the Rose fight, she was taken down and she was initially in half guard and she immediately got her guard back. She understands at a bare minimum how to be defensive on the mat. Now, granted, you got to get up. I get that, but I don't think it's fair to say that she'll just be drowned if Valentina get on top of her. Maybe, but it's not a guaranteed thing. So that's my assessment. I can only hope that other Natalia Silva fans will be more fair in assessing Silva as a contender, but that's just me. And sorry for the long-windedness.
Yo, bro.
Hey, bro, this is no filter MMA, bro. You can say what you want to say and take as long as you want to take to say it. This is Rear Naked Smoke episode 7, bro. And we
yo,
just
shut your punk ass up, man. Yo, can you hear me?
What's up, James?
Oh, man.
Yo, I'm outside, man. I'm outside. I'm trying to speak like how's the audio? How's the audio is good?
The audio sounds good, bro. Yes, sir. What you got to say, James? The floor is yours, homie.
Yo, I won't be long-winded, man. I'm outside. Yo, one thing real quick. That's not even like that's boxing related, but that's kind of related to what Two Beast was saying about upsets. Bro, we were 3 minutes right now, just before we started the live. We were 3 minutes away from a top 3 biggest upset in the history of boxing. 3 minutes away, 1 round away from Usyk, who's the heavyweight champ, the best in the world, losing to Rico Van Hooven. You guys know who Rico is?
Ooh. No, I don't know either one of them.
Yo, no, you don't know who Rico is, Two Beast? He's a strike force, like he's a kickboxing heavyweight champ, right? Like he's the best in kickboxing. He went against the best in boxing, right? Bro, this guy almost schooled Usyk, the boxer, for like 12 rounds until he got knocked out. He was 3 minutes away from winning the fight. It would have been probably in the realms of Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas type of upset. Anyway, just to let you know that anything can happen in sport, in fighting, right? So, going back to your Silva point, bro, I don't know what people are saying about Silva's like how bad is she on the ground or whatever. To me, let's say she's average, or let's say she's even a little above average, like on the ground and grab.
You started breaking up, bro.
Okay, you hear me now? Yo,
I mean, it's
I
a lot
can
of
hear.
static. It's a lot of static. But go
wait. Yo,
The static going away.
Okay, that's much better. That Canadian Wi-Fi, bro. Like, man.
nah, bro. I was using headphones, man. Now I'm fucking talking with the phone like a fucking weirdo, bro. In the mall, bro. Trying to buy groceries and talking to myself on the phone, like people looking all weird and shit. Anyways, yo.
Hey, fuck them.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, bottom line, man. Let's assume that Silva. Let's say she's good enough on the ground. She's not like bad, right? Okay, cool. Like to me, bro, at the end of the day, I don't think, even though she's good enough on the feet, let's say, against most girls, bro, I don't think she'll be good enough against Bullet on the feet, even if it stays on the feet. I'm not saying she won't do like nothing. I'm not saying she won't land nothing. But even if it stays on the feet, I got Bullet like kind of easy. Why? Just if you talk about on the feet alone, I think she can handle her. Just forget about the ground game. Like basically, if it's a stand-up fight, she handles her. But now, since it's MMA, bro, add the takedown threat from Bullet, bro. This alone opens the feet much more for Bullet. Makes it even more like on Bullet's side on the feet. Let's say to me it's like already 60-40 on the feet for Bullet, or let's say if you want to go 55-45, bro. If you put Bullet's takedown threat, bro, that alone, the fact that she has to worry about it, makes it even better for Bullet, like makes it more like, let's say it takes it to like 65-35 on the feet for Bullet. Just the takedown threat alone, or even 70-30, to be honest.
That's what I was saying, James. Like, that's the point I was trying to make. Like, I learned a long time ago to stop questioning whether or not Valentina is going to really struggle against these grapplers. That used to be my biggest knock on Valentina. Like, can she really struggle with these, can she really handle these grapplers? You know what I'm saying? When she starts getting the grapplers, man. And then Valentina all of a sudden refined her style, you know what I'm saying, and switched it up and started really she kind of was doing it all alone, but started taking people down and, like, you know what I'm saying, like taking grapplers down, taking it to these grapplers, like Jennifer Maia, you know what I'm saying, like really took it to her, you know, like taking her down and making her look like who you really want to grapple with, you know?
Bro, to be honest, she was doing she did the same thing all along. She was always doing this, but before she was finishing them. Before, when it went on the ground, she was crucifixing them, like Andrade, Chookagian, and whoever, bro. Anyways, so now it looks like she takes them even more on the ground, but that's not an issue, bro. Bullet, she can take it anywhere if it's better on, like. And another thing to Beast, bro. At the end of the day, man, everyone goes down. You like it, you don't like it, you learn to love it, bro. Everyone goes down with the one, bro. That's just facts. That's just facts. That's not even like hyping her up. That's just facts. She has the most takedowns in WMMA history in the UFC by far, and everyone goes down, bro. And to be quite honest, everyone goes down for the most part multiple times. So if I'm objective and I'm like not getting overexcited and whatever, just keeping it real, how many takedowns do you expect in this fight from Bullet? Like successful, like she got them.
Successful takedowns. I say she'd probably get
5 rounds. No, don't forget 5 rounds. Don't forget.
I know at least one.
Okay, you're being overly. You're being overly. One is guaranteed, bro. One is not even like a probability.
I think what he's saying is, like, it may only take one. Like, it could only take one.
No. But that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is how many times. No, he's saying he probably thinks she'll take her down at least once.
I say somewhere within the realm of 1 to 3 times she'd probably get takedowns.
To be conservative and to be like not too much on Bullet's side, I'll say 2. I'll say 2 at least, bro. Right? In 5 rounds, 2 is kind of fair, kind of like, you know, like realistic, fair, and it's still like I'm underdoing it than overdoing it, bro. It can easily go from 2 to 5, 2 to 6.
Yeah,
easy.
Absolutely.
So
real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the thing I noticed about in the Rose fight, though, right? And I know Rose and Valentina are 2 completely different people, but what I noticed is that a takedown, at a bare minimum, I know it's Valentina versus Rose, but at a bare minimum, getting taken down and put on her back does not necessarily break or discourage her at least once. And this is going into the 3rd round when they'd already done fought 10 minutes. That's when she got that takedown at the end of the 2nd round. So at least we have that to go off of. Like, obviously Valentina's a different beast, but I can say confidently that, and that's why I said repeatedly. If Valentina takes her down repeatedly, it's gonna be a problem. Very big problem. And
bro, to me, to me, I'm not even saying that she's gonna get discouraged like after 1 or 2 takedowns. She better not get discouraged, or she'll be like fucking disgusting work if she gets discouraged like right away, right? So let's say she doesn't get discouraged. Let's say the first round happens on the feet. Let's say she get like some takedown attempts. Let's say she doesn't even take her down in the first, okay? But she goes, but like she attempts, like let's say twice. So just that alone, and it stays on the feet. Just that alone, the attempts alone, like I said before, bro, it gives Bullet even more of an edge on the feet, because Bullet knows that the other girl isn't gonna go for takedowns for the most part, unless Natalia turns into Manon, unless we turn Natalia into Manon too, and Natalia.
Valentina turns.
How funny would that be, bro?
I mean, look, it's a
That'd be
real
hilarious, bro. We turn
possibility.
Natalia into Manon too, bro. Yeah, imagine Natalia. Imagine Natalia's takedown is elite, bro. Like Unreal type shit. Like, like he starts taking Bullet down over and over again, bro. That'd be hilarious, bro. Like that.
I ain't gonna lie. If Natalia Silva were to submit Valentina, I'm gonna leave you alone, Jane. I'm going after BJ. I'm going after your head, man. I got to, because you the one who told us that she, the ground game is lacking. So imagine if she was to get a submission. I would just say, like, if Silva win, I'm gonna leave it whatever. It's not gonna be a big deal. But if she submit Valentina, I'm going off. I'm gonna just give you a heads up. I'm going off.
Okay.
But no, in all seriousness,
we got our boy. Hey,
Hey,
we got our boy Combo Breaker 99 who just unmuted his mic. Welcome to the
Combo,
chat.
Combo knows about the upset that was about to happen. Yo, you saw Usyk fight, Combo? Yo, Usyk looked like shit, bro. What the hell happened, man?
Yeah, he all right. No, he's okay. He ain't that good, man.
You think so? Usyk is all right, bro? Come on, man.
Okay. It's all right. All right, man. You gotta ask me slow or something, man, because I feel like I'm repeating myself every time I'm breaking this thing down to you about fair treatment and critiquing. Like, talk.
Would you say it again, Combo? Would say it again?
I said
the last part of your stuff went off.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yo, talk, bro. Talk. We can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear everyone, bro.
I think it's your connection, BJ. But anyways, my question is, what is it you don't understand about critiquing a fighter, man? Like what I said the day before yesterday. Like, what is it that don't seem fair when we talk about Natalia versus Aaron, man? Like, what is it you missing?
What I'm missing. I'm missing. Can y'all hear me good? Is it straight?
Yeah. I can hear you clearly.
You can hear me. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Stamina said we hear everybody except BJ. Really?
Whoa.
Perfect.
Let me check.
That's the thing. I could hear.
They said they can hear everybody except me. How about now? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Says he can hear me. Okay. 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 B Will says he hears me. Okay. What I'm not understanding, I guess, it's James, mute your microphone. I guess what I'm not understanding is I'm gonna ask Combo. So let me try to change up the wording that I've been using so everybody can get it. This is what I'm saying. So when we through the course of this flyweight division, we have been when it was time for anybody to be getting ready to fight Valentina Shevchenko, we have put them under the microscope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure that Combo and Two Beats, I'm sure y'all can agree with this. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time for somebody to step up and challenge as you get through the division, man, you are under that microscope from us over here in this corner of the YouTube world. and we break down every single thing that every potential title challenger. We break down the good and the bad of what it is that they do. And we you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, especially, as long as Valentina's been the champion, which has been 99% of the time the division's been there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to say, yo, look, either you ready to, either you in there to fight Valentina, or either you ready to fight her or you ain't ready to fight her. You know what I'm saying? And we make that assessment and we break them down, and people argue one way or the other. What I'm saying is a lack of that with Natalya Silva. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all are thinking it's like a personal attack on Natalya Silva. It's not an attack on Natalya Silva, and it's not an attack on. It's not an attack on what she does. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is there is things to be talked about with Natalya Silva. When it comes to Natalya Silva, there are things that need to be talked about. Like, I'm expecting that same sort of conversation about this title fight, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. And I feel like the correct conversation that is supposed to be being had about Natalya Silva, as now there's whispers of the fight happening. You know what I'm saying? So now that we're having things like that play out, we're not, those conversations are not being had, and the questions that should be being asked are not being asked. You know what I'm saying? And then my rebuttal to it is, but then again, you have Aaron Blanchfield, you know what I'm saying, who to me has less questions to be asked than what should be being asked of Natalya Silva. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's less questions to ask about Aaron than there is about Natalya Silva. And all I do is point that out, and everybody goes ballistic about it. I'm just like, but guys, we do this don't we do this for everybody that's supposed to be fighting Valentina for the title? Like, don't we put everybody, we put Katlyn Chikagian through the machine. You know what I'm saying? We put Jennifer Maia through the machine. We put Tyler Santos through the machine. We damn sure put Alexa Grasso through the machine. And we put Manon Fiorot through the machine. But Natalya Silva gets to walk around the machine instead of going into the machine. You know, like,
I mean, she got great movement to go around it, though.
So, well, you got,
but combo. That's what I'm saying. That's the question.
Okay, that's the question. All right, so I'm gonna answer it again, and it's probably, I hope you hear it this time. But I really see it when you come to talking about there's no critiquing about her, but when you compare her to Aaron, and like I said the other day, you got more to go off of Aaron. You got more to go off of, whether it's good or bad. And if James is still here listening, you ain't got to jump in yet, but I think he knows what I'm talking about, because when I'm talking about boxing, all right, you got somebody like Roy Jones, who's a gifted fighter. He didn't ever have to jab. He didn't ever have to like fight like a Bernard Hopkins, who was like a rough, tough, gritty fighter that had to learn every skill set. He got all the way to the top. Like him and Manny Pacquiao, they got all the way to the top off of their speed and their gifts, their athletic ability, right? Compare that to like Natalya Silva. Of course, we got questions.
Right.
We got questions, but we ain't going to tell that person they have to go back and do this, or say they didn't earn a title shot because we didn't see them do this. They got to the top because they exceeded with their gifts. And that might happen to her. But right now, we ain't got to keep analyzing that, because it's already time for her to fight. Ain't no time to keep going back. Now, it might be a gift, it might be a curse for her. Somebody like Aaron Blanchfield might be like Bernard Hopkins, that's going to have to work her way to the top. But just because you may have seen more, don't mean that's proof she's going to beat Valentina. Because Valentina is a special fighter. Natalya has some special abilities. I'm not saying she's like on her level. Her special abilities could cancel out some things Valentina does, because again, I think she does a few things that Valentina hasn't seen before that could be a problem. Now, again, this could be a problem for Natalya when she gets older and slows down. Then she don't have that ground game that needs to be proven, you know. But right now, she's the talk because of her gifts. Her gifts is what we're talking about. I'm never saying that, her ground game is going to wash Valentina. it's talking about what she has right now that could be a problem. That could be a problem for Valentina. That's all that I'm saying. I speak for me when I say that because I compare it to boxing. I've seen this before. Like, she's got the gifts to get the belt and maybe keep it because so many fighters haven't seen what she does. But the day she slows down and her legs go, she could be getting taken down and she could be, you know, just a sitting duck for all these fighters out there. You know, like if she didn't have that speed, honestly, she could have been a sitting duck for Alexa Grasso, right? But
Yeah.
she depended on it, and it got her a victory. Same thing with Andrade, it got her a victory. So if she's able to do that and exceed with her gifts, you for sure right. She deserved a title shot. She's earned that.
Path
So
of
my
least
question is,
resistance.
my question is, since when? And I'm not, y'all.
Wait, hold on. It's not even the path of least resistance.
Go ahead.
Like, because it's the fact that she's got gifts that's got her there. Path of least resistance, somebody like Mackenzie Dern, you know what I mean? Like if they give somebody like in the beginning, sorry, Macy Barber, that's path of least resistance. She picks and chooses. They give her the fight she want, but Natalia,
No. I'm talking about the area that she fights in. You feel me? Like as opposed to standing versus ground game and grappling.
no, it's just her gift. It's just her gift. Like they depend on they're gonna work on and do what they know how to do that gets them there. And it might be a gift and a curse, like I said. But other than that, that's what we're just going off. We're not saying, oh, like she beats Valentina everywhere. She got there off of it, and that's what we kind of expecting her to do. But in all reality, this ain't boxing. She's gonna have to do more than just depend on speed because Valentina's different, you know. And I'm the last person you need to be talking about Valentina. I'm the last person because I pick Valentina every time against Alexa Grasso, trying to tell y'all this girl's wrestling and jab is going to be too much for her, you know? So I already know what Valentina is, man. I do these videos and talk to dead air, man. What's up? What's up, man? Come on.
Hold on. Yeah, so I don't think you're talking to dead air, man. I don't think that what you're saying is going on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? But don't can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So don't take what I'm getting ready to say. Don't take it in a bad way. Don't take the wording of what I'm saying as a dig at Natalia Silva because that is not what it is. I'm seriously asking a question here. You know, since when is it okay? I'm just asking. Since when is it okay to be primarily one-dimensional against Valentina and be so highly regarded in the matchup? Like, since when did we lower the bar for what you have to really be considered as a real threat against Valentina Shevchenko? That is all I'm asking y'all. You know, because
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's a simple answer.
So
Never.
I don't think the bar's been lowered.
Nobody's ever said
think
it's okay to be one-dimensional.
I think what happened is, and I talked about this in one of the other Rear Naked Smokes. It's a simple word. It's 3 letters.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, 2 Beats. Give me 1 second. But Combo, you just made in your statement, you just said that there's something special about what Natalia Silva does that could possibly cause problems for Valentina. So in some aspect, you have to be, you know what I'm saying, thinking that she can win this fight. I'm not saying she can't win the fight, but you have to be thinking that she can win this fight, correct?
Personally, I'm not saying that it is okay for a fighter in general to just go in there and be one-dimensional.
I feel like, but there's
her dude
go ahead.
Already here. It's like, what do you want her to do? That's my question. Like, she's here now. Like, what is it you want her to do? Because I'm sure if Jillian Robertson got all the way to the top just off of BJJ, you probably think she have a big chance against Valentina, right?
For sure, yeah, I would, but I would also but as a Jillian Robinson fan, of course, I would say she would have to do more. But as a Jillian Robinson fan, I'm gonna say, but she gonna have to figure out something on the feed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be holding her feet to the flame for that. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to the argument that I made with you months ago, Combo. That's like, based off of what we've seen with the two fighters, I still can't help but feel like Erin Blanchfield is more equipped to face Valentina. I still can't help but feel like that. And I'm trying to understand why that is met with such backlash for me to think that Erin Blanchfield has more of a well-rounded skill set than Natalia Silva.
Well,
She probably does. Like, that. See, again, you missed my point. Like, when I'm breaking this thing down, you can be well-rounded, but sometimes if you're not polishing a couple areas, it's not going to benefit you. You know, Lauren Murphy showed more. Remember, Lauren Murphy showed a few different dimensions, but she got picked apart and beat. Sometimes a person that's gifted in one area, and she rode it all the way to the top, they might have the ability to go in there and do something different because they're really skilled in that one area. That's my point.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I know you
Okay.
get the shot, but me personally, I wouldn't even want to rush her to the top because she's still young. I really feel like she's well-rounded. You'd want to see her grow instead of, just running up in there fighting Valentina.
Okay, say that one more time. Let me listen to that one more time. Say it again.
I said, if you really are a fan of Erin and you know she got these well-rounded skills and she this young, you would rather just see her grow in all of them areas that she can before she run up in there against Valentina.
So you don't think we've seen growth in Erin Blanchfield?
Did I say that?
No, but you saying that should not think she needs to grow. I think she has grown.
She has grown, but has she grown enough for the champion?
Bro, look at Erin Blanchfield's record. Are we questioning the level, Erin Blanchfield's level?
What's her weakness?
Like, what's Natalia Silva's perceived weakness?
Don't answer a question with a question.
Okay, okay, Erin, she's a grappler. You know what I'm saying? So of course her hands are gonna be behind her grappling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a true assessment of Erin Blanchfield. Her hands, if you had to pick a spot in her game, in her well-rounded game, you know what I'm saying, because she shows us both sides of her game. I mean, let's start there. You know what I'm saying? She shows us everything. But if you had to pick and choose a part of Erin Blanchfield's game that she would need to improve on, it would be her hands. And we know that because we've seen a fight. We've seen fights with Erin Blanchfield. We've seen fights where she's lost in the stand-up game. You know what I'm saying? I.e. the fight with Manon Fior. And we've seen fights where Erin Blanchfield has, you know what I'm saying, won and was winning a fight. It has been winning a fight with her hands. You know what I'm saying? Has been competitive, have been a real competitor with people on the feet. Yes, Erin gets hit, but Erin hits back. You know what I'm saying? And I get that her defense is not that good. She don't have that much power. You know, and I'm not saying Erin Blanchfield is going to go in here and have a striking match with Valentina. The point I'm trying to make is you need more than one tool to beat Valentina Shevchenko. That's what I'm saying.
I've been saying.
And if you haven't
said that, like that. I've been said that. That's never the point. Like, that's never been the point about her. I'm just saying, like, with Natalia, where she stands now, this is what she's banking on. You know, we're talking about what she has right now.
Well, can I say a couple things?
So in the
first thing
meantime,
I want to bring,
while Silva gets this fight, this is Erin's chance to keep growing as a fighter, because if she don't get that shot, I ain't gonna argue. That's something that she needs to take as a blessing to get better as a fighter.
Okay, say it again. Say it one more time.
Oh, I said In the meantime, when Silva gets the shot, Aaron's gonna have to prove some people wrong and go in there, get another fight, and keep working and get better.
Okay. Okay. I'm listening. I'm trying to. I told you at the beginning of this video. I'm trying to find the middle ground.
So, hey, BJ.
Go ahead.
I got a couple questions. You can hear me okay?
I'm reading everything.
So I got one. And this is kind of
a combo. I heard you combo.
I'm reading the banner. I was reading the banner. Hold on.
Yeah, the banner's there.
Is Blanchfield over criticized? And like I said, no, she's not. She's not over criticized.
I think she's over criticized.
Well, let me just bring this up real quick.
Like with what we have to assess on, like she's good. Like she can beat a lot of girls, but like I said, Valentina is a different thing. So it's like what we see Valentina do to Grasso, Fior, all of these girls recently. You know, you got to be game, man. You can't be getting hit that much, man. And that's what I'm analyzing, man. I'm analyzing speed, that jab alone. You know, man, that jab, like if you don't come in at angles on Valentina, she could pick you apart with that jab.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Go ahead, 2B. What was you saying?
I was gonna say, trivia question. How many takedowns roughly has Joanna ever got?
I would say less than 3.
Less than 3?
Yeah.
And then another person I want to bring up, Alex Pereira. That guy, he got nukes in his hands, and he has a skill set to where he knows how to set it up and use it to his advantage so well, to the point where he 95% or better relies on his stand-up. And not only did it get him all the way to the top and become a champion, he became a double champion with that one skill set of striking. Granted, he has the nuclear power. He has the gifts. The gift is the nuclear power.
No, that's a bad example. That's a bad example, bro.
That's a bad example because he was fighting other strikers. The only thing he fought was strikers.
Exactly. There isn't.
I get what you're saying.
The guy that was supposed to expose it was Ankalaev, and he got wrecked.
And Ankalaev exposed him.
No, Ankalaev got exposed too, bro. Ankalaev was overhyped, bro. At the same time.
Yeah, but Ankalaev still beat him first.
Yeah, but he didn't even beat him the way that we thought he was gonna beat him. He beat him on the feet.
True.
So, but my point I'm trying to make is, it like, we're saying, I know Valentina is different than the fighters that are at the top of, you know, middleweight and light heavyweight, all that stuff. But what I'm getting at is, it is not a far-fetched idea that someone can have one specific elite skill set and make it to a title. And actually defend the title.
Of course, I agree with you.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
By assessing Aaron, here's the thing. You believe that she's being over criticized, right? And it goes back to basic volume or quantity, right? We have more of a quantity of time that we have watched Aaron's weakness have her getting the better of, you know what I mean, by her opponent, right? We have a lot less quantity of time of Natalya having someone take advantage of her area that she's weaker in. So, and with that assessment, Natalya has been able to beat 3 former champions and get to the #1 contender spot without anyone being able to successfully exploit her weakness. Whereas Aaron, unfortunately, she ran into Manon. So we have 5 rounds of data to analyze and say, okay, maybe Aaron's weaker point might give her a problem in regards to being ready for Valentina. Whereas Natalya, we don't have nearly as much data to even analyze good or bad because it's
James,
just
you gotta
literally
keep your
less
mic
time.
muted. James, mute your mic. There's a lot of wind noise.
It's
Okay,
just
go ahead.
it's when you talking like criticism, right? You
Yeah.
can't. Okay, I'm gonna spend. Let's say, for example, you're like, I'm gonna do an hour video talking about Aaron's weakness, and then you go and you're like, I'm gonna try to do an hour of Natalya's weakness. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna, and this is just an example in terms of the time. It could be any amount of time that you assess, right? But let's call it an hour. What's gonna happen is you're gonna repeat yourself a lot less in the hour for Aaron than you are for Natalya because you have more to talk about with Aaron just based on quantity. It's not about quality, it's based on the quantity. We've seen more of her weak area than Natalya's. So there's more to talk, there's actually more to assess. So you're gonna have more content in the hour video for Aaron as opposed to Natalya because there's just not enough content. You could say, okay, there's when we have seen Natalya, she hasn't been smoked, she hasn't been drowned. When we've seen Aaron in 5 rounds of stand-up, she didn't necessarily get drowned, but she wasn't able to overcome that barrier. We've seen 5 rounds of her not being able to overcome the barrier, whereas Natalya Silva, we've seen minutes, not even full rounds of her not being able to overcome what would be her barrier, which is the grappling side. So
Yeah,
when
but
you
we
have
have
such
seen
a
that.
wide, you have such a wide gap.
But we have seen, but everyone's so hyper focused on the one loss that Aaron Blanchfield has had. We've seen there's been a plethora of other fights that she's had in the UFC where she did overcome the barrier that was in front of her against Tyler Santos. That's the best example for me, and against Rose Namajunas. She was getting the better of. She was getting the better of on the feet, and then she came back and won on the feet.
Okay. Hey,
So I mean, is the Manone fight the only gauge that we use for Aaron Blanchfield's striking ability?
It's not, but that's like the next best striker that she's fought, that's on a higher level. Like if somebody like Manone, who's not on the level of a Valentina, was doing that for 5 rounds, like that kind of puts things in questions. It tells you, and I was telling you this yesterday, I was like, we got a lot to go off of, man. I kept saying this yesterday, like we got footage to go off of. That's why we critiquing her in certain areas where she's already shown some weakness against somebody with a good right jab, So if you take it and look at what Aaron's doing against Manone, and then put that in there with somebody superior like Valentina, like that says, okay, this girl has a lot to work on. Like Rose didn't really offer that threat, and neither did Cortez, but I think she's working on that behind the scenes. She is, she's working, she's going to Thailand and everything, but it's just truth when you say, look, I can say that. Like I can look at what Aaron has and kind of not tear it down, but I can look at it and break it down and say, okay, this is why I don't think she stands a chance right now. But again, going back to Natalya Silva, like I said, look, with her gifts that we've seen her exceed in, I'm just saying that she has a chance to go in there and pull off something different that some of these other girls haven't done before.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
Let me say one thing. And I guess another thing that I'm sure that another thing that makes me, that kind of upsets me, and take me being a fan of Aaron Blanchfield's style, take that out of the equation. Because that's not what this is based on, what I'm getting ready to say. Even with that said, you know what I'm saying, talking about what Aaron needs to work on, this and that, it feels to me like the general consensus walks away with this cloud of doubt over Aaron Blanchfield. It almost feels like a backhand way of saying that she really doesn't belong in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you guys make the conclusive points to your statements, it's always like Aaron has so much work that she needs to do. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how the general. Hold on. The general view of her is that she's just she's in the top. Hold on.
I'll be right
We're talking about a fighter. We're talking about a fighter with 7 fights in the UFC and 4 of them are finishes. Erin Blanchfield is as dangerous as they come, and you know what I'm saying. She's as dangerous as they come. So I get that's. I feel like she's over criticized. Like, how can you over criticize somebody? Like what is the standard? Like, what is the standard? How can you over criticize somebody who's over 50% finishing rate in the UFC? Over 50%. Natalia Silva doesn't come close to that. She does not come close to Erin Blanchfield. The danger factor for Erin Blanchfield is much higher than the danger factor for Natalia Silva.
Yo, I'll answer your question, bro. I'll answer your question.
I got to step away, so let me say something real quick, because when you just said that, BJ, that you said we say she ain't belong in the top 5. I'm done with the argument because we ain't never gonna agree on it. So I'm stopping there.
I didn't say that people said that.
Wait, let me say what I gotta say. All right, since you feel like we just tearing her down for nothing and don't think she belongs there, I'm gonna just leave it at this. Like I said before, she does belong in the top 5, but Valentina is a different beast, and that's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say, because you ain't gonna get it, man. You ain't gonna get it. Hey, but nobody ever does. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody got their opinion. That's what make this interesting, you know. So I'll be back.
Yo, bro, it's actually pretty easy to understand, bro. Bro, it's like this.
Okay,
Erin,
hold on, James. Hold on. First of all,
I haven't said shit and fucking. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
1 second. First of all, I never said anybody said that she doesn't belong. Let me just correct that. Hold on. I never said anybody said that she doesn't belong in the top 5. I said I feel like there's a lot of question, a lot of doubt around Erin as far as seeing her as a real top contender in the division. Like, I feel like when people walk away from talking about Erin, they still feel like she needs, you know, a lot of work. And I'm like, God, she's in the top 5. Like, that's my point. I wasn't saying anybody said that she doesn't belong in the top 5. I never said that. But go ahead, James.
Okay, bro. I'll make it short, bro. The thing is this, man. Erin, at the end of the day, we're evaluating Erin, like when you talk compared against Bullet, we're evaluating both of their supposed weaknesses. One of them, we saw the weakness more in display.
Yeah, we've seen Erin lose more in the striking. Correct. That's
not
correct.
It's not just the Manon fight. The Manon fight showed it from start to finish. Because at the end of the day, even in the Manon fight, it's not like Erin did nothing. She landed her shots too. But it was still clear that Manon was like doing the better work, like overall and in each round. She basically won 5 or 4 rounds if you want to be generous to Erin, right? And Manon had kind of the same narrative around her that Natalia has now before she fought Bullet, because Manon won all her fights on the feet and barely lost rounds on the feet. But now with Natalia, the difference is we know that Natalia is even more on the feet, right? And Natalia has more, like I heard Combo said before, she has more like some gifts, natural gifts, you could say. But basically, the fact that she's fast plays a huge role. But at the same time, they're overhyping this quality, which they should, because that's the big thing that she has. Against Bullet, is going to be the first time that she's going to fight someone that can match her speed. Right. So it's not gonna be as valuable for her and as effective. Like it's not gonna work the same. But basically, with Natalia, bro, it's a girl that barely. That's Natalia. If nobody saw her, whatever, she's good on the feet. She has good like athleticism, fast twitch. She's fast, bro. She's fast, and she throws combinations. She moves around a lot. She has pretty good distance management. So basically, she's able to fight her fight against everyone, right?
Yeah.
And that's what she did for the most part, right? She barely lost rounds. Okay, so that's why there's reasons to be high on her, and there's reasons to like, okay, bro, she's next. Like if you see a fighter that barely loses rounds, and is on a streak. It's not like 2 fights, 3 fights. It's like, bro, 7, 8 fights. And
Right,
she beat
yeah.
and she beat former champs and whatever. She beat a former champ better than the Bullet did, you could say. All
Okay.
that, right? And she's able, it's like they said as well, you don't necessarily need to be complete to beat a complete fighter, right? But the thing that they don't get is that what she does best, we do better, but just to keep it like on fair with them, let's say we do it as well as she does it. So we're gonna cancel the thing that she does best. She's never went against someone that's as good as her on the feet, as fast, as distance management, as reflex, as defensive, as counter striker, everything, right? But still, bro, what she does best, she's been able to do it up until now against everyone. So okay, bro. So you throw her to the title shot, bro. That's it. Simple as that. And we didn't see her struggle in like you. The major difference that I notice in what you say about Natalia and what people say, like Two Beast, let's say, you, from what you saw from Natalia, for one reason or another, have a lot of doubt on her weaknesses, which is supposed to be like everything besides striking, right? But by the data,
And I learned it. I learned it from past experiences. Like
no, but that's what we're saying. By the data from the past fights, from the past fights from Natalia. What?
No,
which,
I'm saying,
bro?
like,
Bro. Let me ask you a direct question. From Natalia's past fights, which fight, bro, do you go back to that gives you the opinion that Natalia will, like her ground game or her ability to get back up, like everything besides her striking, gives you the most doubts, that validate the doubts that you have about her at the level that you have about, like you seem to have like a lot of doubts about that aspect of her game, and people like Two Beast are like not as concerned, because from what we saw, like nothing is that, like she cannot pass the test for him, but she doesn't pass the test for you. So what fight did she fail? Did she like show you, oh, okay, she's not good in that area, and against Bullet is gonna get exposed?
The Rose fight, like I already had some doubt, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when she came into the UFC, like
But most of Rose's fight was on the feet, bro. Most of Rose's fight was on the feet.
Hold on, I was gonna say the other fight, the Teresa Blader fight, like how she responded, you know what I'm saying, on the ground, and then the Rose fight made me question everything about Natalia. Like the Rose fight made me question her striking as well. I understand she had some really good performances.
I agree with you on that, bro.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like I agree she's had some good performances in the past, you know what I'm saying, against, you know, who does she, Adarujo, etc. You know what I'm saying? But when you get up to Rose is highly regarded on the feet. You know, people respect Rose's stand-up game. You know what I'm saying? And she did not look like somebody that could beat Valentina based off of that fight. She had no kill switch. You know what I'm saying? She had no kill switch whatsoever. She was taken down in the fight. She was held down in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she didn't do anything to Rose. She didn't come close to finishing Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did nothing to really stop Rose in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this is the girl. This is the girl. And it's not like it's critical. It's not that I don't like Natalia Silva. I don't feel either way about her. Like, she's just another fighter in the division for me. You know what I'm saying? But people think it's like people are getting mad and think that I'm being like personal with it. Like, it's not a personal thing. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. So
okay, wait. I agree with you on the Rose fight. Okay, it's just one fight, whatever. Some people will say it was short notice, whatever, no problem. But everyone, even someone like Two Beast and the Natalia fans, have to agree that, bro, she better show up better than she did against Rose, because Rose is like the C version of Bullet, bro. You know, so you better, just on the feet alone, especially the first 2 rounds, bro, you better show up better than that against Bullet. But what I'm saying is like,
and that's a question that we don't have to ask when it comes to Aaron Blanchfield. Like, we don't have to ask that question. But hold on, James, 1 second. Rimsey came into the chat and he wants to say something. Rimsey, he's been waiting patiently. Rimsey, what you got to say on the topic?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
you're good, bro. You're good.
Okay. I think it's as simple as this, especially when it comes to comparing Natalya to Aaron Blanchfield. It's just easier to it's easier to point out what Aaron is weak to, simply because not only we have all the footage in the world, even when she wins her fight, she still gets hit clean a lot. And that's just the nature of her style. With Natalya, when it comes to the ground game that has been brought up multiple times, it's like the only things that we have are her getting held down by Rose and her defending takedowns against Jasmine. And when you don't have that much time on the bottom position in your overall UFC fights that you have so far, it's kind of hard to really gauge a real weakness. Especially, it's harder to point it out compared to something that is blatant as Aaron's. I think it's not. I don't think it's really. I think it's that simple. It's just the fact that Aaron, you kind of see her every fight getting hit, and that's the nature of her style. And it's like, I feel like with Natalya Silva, she has all these things like her footwork, the way she moves around the octagon, making it harder for people to get a hold of her. Her having enough physicality to even not shuck off, but like able to defend takedowns from someone that's as physically imposing as Jasmine or even Arujo. I just think it's kind of as simple as that. Like, it's just hard. It's harder for me to really look at something, to really point out something besides when she get into the Rose fights and some parts of the in the Rose fight, she was a lot more tentative in that fight, which I don't think she should do that against Valentina. But I feel like with that, when you have that good of footwork and you use your range with her kicks, her dynamic style of striking, it's a lot harder for people to get a hold of her and to even hit her too. Because as you see, Valentina, she's able to take down, and she mainly shoots double leg takedowns on her opponents to get them down. It's a lot easier for her to get a takedown on Alexa Grasso, who has a high guard in the boxing stance, but her legs are exposed, versus Natalya Silva, who's always moving around the octagon. It's a lot harder to really pin them down, if you know what I'm saying. So I feel like in that regard, I have a lot more confidence in someone like that versus when it comes to Aaron. I know that Valentina is a really good, and when she hits her opponents, she's doing it with intent to do damage. I get a little bit worried when I see her get hit clean by everyone that she fights, because I know Valentina is going to blast a body kick or do land jabs, land right hands. And I know that that's going to happen with her. Versus Natalya Silva, there is a bit of a question. How is she going to deal with the footwork? Maybe she throws leg kicks. Maybe she figures out a way to cut her off against the cage. That's my assessment on it. I think it's easier to criticize someone that we can more so visualize their weaknesses than bottom position. If y'all know what I mean.
That was
do you disagree with anything he just said, bro?
That was a good take.
No, I don't disagree with nothing he said. That was actually a really good.
So what's the disagreement, bro? He explained it good, bro.
Okay, James, you gotta mute because you loud in the background, bro. Yeah, like I agree with what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of see it the way he broke it down. Like I can really I can see it better. I can see why it's so easy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna have that question. You know what I'm saying? You know, I still feel like she's still a little under criticized. You know what I'm saying? And there's been other fighters that have been under criticized. That like Tatiana Suarez, I feel like was under criticized as well. You know, and that's partly that's partly due to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as far as my little corner of YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I didn't criticize Suarez enough, and I was too high on her wrestling. You know, and I had to eat that crow, and I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, after seeing Tatiana Suarez lose, I thought to myself, I said, damn, BJ, like you really got to start holding these title contenders. Because when it comes to the title fight, it don't matter what skill you come from. You gotta be ready for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like Jillian Robertson is gonna have to be ready for everything when she's going in there to fight Mackenzie Dern. You know what I'm saying? Like it's much harder for me to say now. You know what I'm saying, that Robertson is her strict ground game is going to get her there against somebody who like Mackenzie Dern. That's not going to work like that. Like she's going to have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I learned from things like this Tatiana Suarez fight, and I just feel like she's been, people like Aaron are being over criticized, and Natalia Silva is being under criticized. That's it. That's all it is. But what Rimsey just said, I agree with that. Like it is much easier to criticize Aaron than it is to criticize Natalia Silva. So I get it. I get it.
BJ, I know you've been baiting me this whole time because that's all I've been saying that whole time. So many times. You just like
exactly, bro. Exactly. Honestly, exactly, bro. Exactly, straight up, bro. That's what Tubi's been saying too, bro.
Saying that so many times, you just be doing that to get under my
skin.
But
sometimes the way people word things, you receive it differently. You could be saying the same thing but wording it differently, and you receive it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like it's much easier. It's easier, you know what I'm saying, to criticize Aaron because we've seen more from Aaron. Maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we'll have that criticism of Natalia after this fight.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the first time the guy took the mic. He basically, seduced BJ. He had him listening good. You know what I mean? Like he took what he said, like he really took it in,
James, I'm in the twilight zone, James.
I know James was kind of joking with it, but that's a real thing. Like, for example, like say for instance, your mom tells you something over and over again, and you like, oh, I don't want to hear that because you got like a history there. There's like certain things that'll push your buttons when they say it, but when you have a stranger or like someone that you've never spoke to, it typically hits different as opposed to someone you've known for a while or some. So like, Combo and BJ, they've been years debating MMA, but a new perspective comes to the picture, and it kind of like it has a different impact. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not that I wasn't listening to Combo. Like I've listened to what he's saying, but I'm saying it's just the way that it was worded. But don't get me wrong. Now I'm not saying I don't still think what I think. I still think that her feet are not held to the flame enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the reason is because we haven't seen enough to really criticize. So go ahead.
I lost my mind. I done went off my rocker. Is water still wet, y'all?
Water is wet.
No, I don't believe it.
Water is wet. Water is wet. Water is wet. It is.
Tell me something, Rimsey. Maybe he knows.
How did Natalia Silva get the number? How Natalia Silva get that number one ranking though? How she get that number one ranking?
I can answer that right now, BJ. Because in the former champion's first fight after losing the title, she 30-27'd her. That's how she became number one.
I don't believe that.
And then she defended her spot again.
Oh, Combo said I don't believe that.
I don't. Tell me something different, Rimsey. If he tell me the exact same thing, I believe it.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. I mean, she could not figure out her or anything. So it's like especially if you beat her up the way she did. I mean, she couldn't get past her kicks. She tried to attempt to take down. She got shut off. So, I mean, you beat her down like that. Who else is there to like really take over that? Like,
okay. So let me ask y'all this. Then. Let me ask y'all this. Who is the more dangerous fighter?
That is subjective. But sorry for interrupting.
No. Who's the more dangerous fighter?
I think
too subjective.
Okay, no, go ahead, Tobias. Go ahead.
No, it ain't.
Here's why I'm gonna say it's too subjective, because there
Yo,
are different types
define
of
dangerous. Define dangerous
exactly,
first. Define dangerous.
Yep.
Cause I know what you're getting at, BJ, and it comes down to finishability. And absolutely, the Aaron factor, she finishes more. But here's the thing. Here's what people need to understand about why people are so high on Natalia Silva. I've said it multiple times. It is the gap. It is the gap that she sets between herself and whoever she's fighting with that one skill set, the one skill set that she doesn't have to rely on the other skill set if it's there or if it's not, or if it's trash or if it's above average, wherever you want to rate her grappling. She doesn't use it because the one skill set she's been using has put such a gap between her and her opponents. That is why she is where she's at. When you're talking about someone who's going to fight,
some kind of a danger factor. You got to have some kind of a danger factor to beat Valentina Shevchenko.
That's dangerous. How is that not dangerous?
Valentina Shevchenko, and that's period. That's on period. That's on period. That's on period. I don't care what you say. You got to have something. You better come in there with something. If you plan on coming in there and dethroning Valentina Shevchenko, you better do something.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to get at with this gap thing. Okay, what you expect? Okay, put it like this. If you're expecting someone to beat Valentina, like you said, you got to come with something. You got to have a danger factor. To me, the danger factor is not. You don't even have to call it a danger factor. The something that she's coming with is the fact that if you're gonna fight Valentina and you're having split decisions and close fights and questionable this, that, you probably are not gonna have a good chance of beating her, right? But when you look at Silva, aside from the Rose fight, the gap is humongous. And then another thing too, I know you laughing, BJ, but here's the thing: who has gone out there and dominated Rose in recent history?
No, I was laughing because you said apart from the Rose fight, and I said I was about to say, right? Because I was about to say, wait a minute, the Rose fight. Okay. Yeah, but you said apart
BJ,
from the Rose fight.
You just, I don't know if you're aware, but tell me this. I think you just admitted, and I'll ask you. You think that Aaron's only chance of beating Bullet is by stoppage, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. At least, because that's what you said, basically. Okay, cool.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The thing is this: dangerous is one thing, and being like more skilled. I wanna talk about something that Combo said before when he compared Natalia to Roy Jones. Basically, he's talking about somebody's physical attributes, like physical gifts, like athleticism, like not necessarily skill, just something that you're kind of born with. And because you're so good at things like that, you're fast and all that, you can lack in things like fundamentals, like what Bernard Hopkins is good at, which is true. It's true, everything he said. But the thing that he forgot to say is this: all the natural attributes she has, Bullet has. All the skills that bro, that's the thing, bro. At the end of the day, Natalia, what she does great, it works against everyone else. But when you go against someone that has everything you have, plus they have the fundamental, plus
Bingo.
Like they have everything, bro. Everything is covered. So everything that worked against everyone else, I mean, she'll have some success, but that's about it, bro. Then you add the grappling threat. You add, like, she's fast. Bullet is fast. Everything she has, bro. Timing, like, bro, she's basically everything she does, we do better, bro.
Right.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that back up. But yeah,
that's the final boss, bro. You're going against the final boss.
I wasn't comparing her to Valentina, but I mean, just in general, their ride up to the top is similar to
which I agreed with.
Valentina, of course, she's different, but I mean, like, their comparison, Aaron and Silva, is similar to Hopkins and Jones. But like, say if you get to the top to a Valentina who's complete like a Floyd, that's a different thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No, I agreed with I agreed to everything you said, bro. I'm just saying that, and I'm not saying that you said something different about. I just added something that you didn't say, which you probably agree with as well. You know?
Oh, I agree with that.
Bro, Aaron. At the end of the day, bro, what we're trying to say is, if we forget about heart and we just talk about skill and the path to victory, Silva, like Tubi said, has a clearer, has a bigger gap between her and the opposition. Like Manon was, bro, before she fought Bullet. You know, she kind of has the same height, but Silva is even faster, right? She barely lost rounds, bro. Like, it's hard to criticize someone that barely lost rounds. But the thing is, when you're going against Bullet, bro, Bullet is like in a different like universe than all of them put together at the end of the day.
Bro, I hope that if she gets to fight, I hope that Natalia Silva, I want to eat my words. Like, I want to eat every last one of them. I want her to go in here and her style, she just flit around the octagon and beat up Valentina from the outside, and Valentina can't get her hands on her, you know what I'm saying, and just win the fight. Like, if she does that, then that is kudos to Natalia Silva. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, as if I was a Natalia Silva fan, I would really be concerned about the outcome of this fight and her chances in this fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be really concerned. Like I'm concerned for Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of me that's worried about Robertson. As confident as I am in Jillian Robertson, there is still a part of me. There was a huge part of me in going into the Amanda Lemos fight. You know what I'm saying? Wondering if Jillian Robertson is going to be able to do this to Amanda Lemos. And she did. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, as if I was a Natalia fan, I would have those same concerns. You know what I'm saying? Just because we haven't seen it, you know, we haven't seen it. That the reason I would be concerned about this fight, I'm like, man, like, what would happen if Valentina took her down? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Valentina took her down, she really could be in some trouble in this fight. You know what I'm saying? That's me saying that if I was a Natalia Silva fan. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that her game plan works when she comes in here and fights this fight. I really do. I hope her game plan works. It would be aesthetically pleasing to see that play out like that. You know what I'm saying? To see somebody get Valentina frustrated enough to where she's winning and she's snagging these rounds after rounds after rounds and not really being the nail to Valentina's hammer. Like, being able, whoa, James, you got to mute that. Like, going into a fight with Valentina and not being the nail to Valentina's hammer is an accomplishment to itself. You know what I'm saying? James said something about Natalia Silva's path to victory against Valentina. Yeah, it's an easier path to victory. I think Erin Blanchfield's path to victory is much harder than Natalia Silva's. You know, I think it is because Two Beast made the comment earlier that it starts on the feet. Erin has to get the fight to the ground in order for the odds to really swing in her way. I understand that, and I acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that Natalia Silva fans are really asking those questions or really like expressing that one concern that they should be expressing. And most of the Natalia Silva fans are just across the board think she's going to win the fight. And I'm like, okay, maybe you guys should pay attention to the fact that we have not seen a whole lot of ground game from her, and the fact that maybe she needs to make sure that that part of her game is A1 going into a fight with the big boss, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, going into that kind of a fight, maybe y'all should be.
Yeah, you're teasing me. And now you're teasing me to take the mic, bro. You're teasing me to take the mic. Let me do it real quick. I'll pass it back. Bro, first of all, I don't think I said that it's an easier path. I'm saying that her path is clear. Like, she'll try to do what she does on the feet. Okay, maybe I said it. So let me explain it. Yeah. I'm saying she'll try to basically beat Bullet on the feet, right? Do I believe she has a real shot at winning on the feet? Not at all. Right? Is it possible? Bro, anything is possible at the end of the day. But like, logically, not at all. Even if it just stays on the feet, bro, the whole fight stays on the feet, she's not winning, in my opinion. Like, at all. Now add the fact that it's MMA, and like I said before, the takedown threat and the timing, and even if she stuffs the takedowns, and then everything, bro, everything, like everything, we got it in spades. So her path is clearer. Like, we know what she's gonna try to do. But the thing is, the gap between her and everyone else is so big that it looks like she could be a real threat on the feet, even against Bullet, right? But Aaron, I'll pass it right back, bro. Aaron is, you're basically banking on heart for Aaron
No,
to win.
no,
You're
I'm
banking
not.
on like, okay, she's gonna get beat up here and there. She's gonna get this and that, or you're banking on Aaron to snap her neck, like, or like just capitalize on a moment like Grasso did. That's what you're
No,
banking on.
but Aaron, but you saying that I'm relying on heart, which I'm not relying on her heart. I'm relying on the skills that Erin Blanchfield has shown us while across these 7 fights that she's had in the UFC. That's what I'm banking it on. I'm not.
So let's talk about the skills. It's on the ground, right? You're talking about the ground skill, right? About submissions, right?
No, hold on. But that lets me know what you think about Aaron's skill set. Like because you said, oh,
I mean, bro, everyone thinks that she has nothing on the feet for Bullet. Come on, man. You think she's gonna outskill her on the feet, bro?
No, that's not her strength, her strong point.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. If you're relying on her skills, not just her heart, so you're implying, correct me if I'm wrong, you're implying that she'll beat her on the ground, bro. She'll submit her, right? Don't you think that isn't this what you think like her best chance is?
Absolutely, absolutely it is. Says her 4 wins in the UFC. It says her 4 finishes in the UFC. Of course, that's what I think. Well, as an Erin Blanchfield fan, that's what you expect from Erin Blanchfield. I'm not y'all.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Great. I agree with you. I agree. Okay. We agree. Okay. Take it, guys. Take it. Now I'm good, man.
But I'm not expecting Erin to be anything else than what Erin Blanchfield is. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all are trying to make it seem like I think Aaron's going to go.
But I think BJ, you expecting Natalya to be. You're not expecting Natalya to be anything other than what she is, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, you just said people are expecting Erin to be something other than what she is, right? That you're not expecting her to do that. So why should we expect Natalya to be something that she's not?
Because we're talking about Valentina Shevchenko. That's why.
But we're talking about Valentina with Erin too, just now. You talking about Erin versus Valentina, right? So you were saying that you're not expecting her to.
No, that's not.
Yo, BJ must think that the gap on the ground between Erin and Bullet is big. That's why he's banking on Erin.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's Erin's path to victory to me. Like that's what I think her path to victory would be to submit Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Erin doing what Erin does is automatically going to win her the fight, but not Natalya Silva. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Yo, I just have one question, and that's it, guys. One question for BJ, and that's it.
Hold on.
One question for you, bro, and that's it.
Natalya Silva striking with Valentina, Erin Blanchfield grappling with Valentina seems more advantageous for Erin.
Bro, you just answered my question, man. That's exactly what I thought. That's my question. You answered it. Good, bro.
Right. Erin Blanchfield grappling with Valentina is much more advantageous for Erin Blanchfield than Natalya Silva standing out there striking with Valentina Shevchenko. Guys, everything that I'm saying is contingent and connected to possibly facing Valentina. I don't care about everybody else. I'm talking about these 2 fighters versus Valentina Shevchenko. That's what I'm saying. And I do not see Natalya Silva outstriking Valentina Shevchenko. I do not see her being smarter on the feet than Valentina Shevchenko. That is all
bro.
I'm saying.
I got it.
Let them. I want all of them to respond to what you just said. The fact that the gap between Erin and Bullet on the ground is much bigger than Natalya and Bullet on the feet.
Bingo.
I got a question here, BJ. So yeah, the question for me is, how does you keep saying like, what if Natalya Silva, her striking doesn't hold up? But like, let me ask you this: like, how does Erin get Valentina to the ground?
That's for Erin to figure out. That's for Erin to do that. That's for Erin.
And what other weapon that's going to get her, with that injury?
Listen, I'm not here to break down Erin. I'm not here to break down how the fight would go. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for saying that I mean, I get where you're trying to go with this, but that's not where I'm going. If in order for Aaron to get Valentina to the ground, that's up to Aaron. Just like if Natalia Silva's going to outstrike Valentina, that's up to her to go out there and fucking do it.
So I have a question real quick for BJ. Real quick, bro.
That's not for me to predict. That's for them to execute.
Combo. I'll give it back to you right away. So do you think that Aaron's chances of taking, forget about the submission, of taking Bullet to the ground are higher than Natalia doing getting the better of Bullet on the feet, just taking her to the ground?
There's no evidence to support me saying anything other than yes, I think she can do it, because based on the data and based on the evidence of Erin Blanchfield's 7 fights in the UFC and her being able to take 6 of the 7 fighters down to the ground whenever she wanted to, you know what I'm saying? That would lead me to make the assumption that yes, I think there's a chance that Erin Blanchfield can get Valentina to the ground, because hold on. Y'all been saying this all night. What Natalia Silva's been able to do to everybody else, there's a chance that she can do it to Valentina. What Erin Blanchfield has done to everybody else also is a chance of something that she could do in there against Valentina Shevchenko.
But the question is, who has the better chance? That's all. Who has the better chance? That's the question. That's all.
Now say that's a crazy ass statement.
No, it's a good statement. It's a good statement, bro. But who has the better chance of doing what they do best against Bullet? That's all. That's the only question.
Well, we're talking about top 5 fighters in the most dangerous division in the UFC is what we're talking about. We're talking about the best fighters in the world.
Yeah, we're talking about the best fighter that ever lived, bro. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the real GOAT, bro.
It doesn't matter. But
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. Top 5 against the best ever. It doesn't matter.
James, you're taking it personal. You think it's a dig at Valentina. It's not a dig at Valentina. Whether Valentina is the champion or not, we're still talking about 2 of the top fighters in the world. In the biggest promotion, in the most dangerous division of that promotion. You know what I'm saying? So
bro, you still didn't answer. No, I agree with everything you said, bro. I agree with everything you said, but you just still didn't answer the question. Does Erin have more chances, since she did it against other fighter, of taking Bullet to the ground and putting her in danger? Let's just say taking her to the ground. Does she have a bigger shot of taking her to the ground than Natalia has a shot of beating Bullet on the feet? That's the only question.
Yes, okay. She does. Absolutely, she does. Because Erin knows how to take people down, and Valentina is not the hardest person to take down. So you know what I'm saying? She's hard to take down, but she don't present the same problems that Manon presented as far as like the size. But however, Valentina is strong. I give her that, but I do think Erin Blanchfield can take Valentina down. There's a more reasonable chance of that happening than me seeing Natalia Silva go out here and outstrike Valentina Shevchenko. She couldn't even outstrike Rose.
That's nasty.
And y'all think she about to do that to Valentina? Y'all think she about to do that?
Hey, BJ, she did outstrike Rose officially. I'm just gonna throw that out there. The numbers don't lie.
Aesthetically, she didn't.
I mean, that right there is a score. That right there is a scoring system debacle, and I'm not even gonna go down that road.
Bro, numbers do. Unfortunately, numbers do lie, bro. You know that, Tubis. Bro, it's just people pressing buttons, bro. It's not like a super efficient, like guaranteed thing, bro. I still think that Natalia won the fight, but
when you count it yourself too, and your numbers are right on point, I mean, what can you say? I mean, the only reason I even support those.
But what you think about what BJ just said about the odds of like one taking her to the ground compared to all that talk?
I think, in terms of who has a better chance of the fight taking place in their better area, that's going to be Silva all day. Because the fight starts on the feet. So Silva's already got step 1. Erin has to work for step 1. So by default, the fight is automatically going to be more difficult for Aaron as opposed to Silva, and just in terms of them having the fight in their preferred spectrum. Just in that alone. Now, in regards to who has a better chance of doing this better than the other, that's up in the air. That, like DJ was saying,
that's the real question, bro. That's the real question. Because what you said is right. What you said is right. The first part is right.
Okay, James.
Well, here's what I'll say. You said Ramsey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think that's kind of nasty how low some of y'all are saying, like, oh, Natalia Silva's just knocking out striker. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I just think she has a high chance of it. But I think I'm gonna lean more towards Natalia Silva's game plan working, only because Aaron is not like when it comes to grappling and taking people down, she's not like a Hamzat or someone that's just gonna shoot in and is guaranteed to get to the mat. With her, she kind of likes to do the body. She gets most of her takedowns off of the body lock.
She has jujitsu takedown. Those are jujitsu takedowns.
Yeah. And my thing with that is, even though Valentina's not Manon type of like strength wise, I think she's gonna make it very, very hard for her to get her down with trips and stuff. Which it's slick, and I think it can happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. Obviously, it's not. I am more comfortable picking Natalia Silva because I know she knows her range on the feet very well, and it's going to be an open, and they're going to be out on the open for a long period of time. And I'm more willing to go with that approach. And I feel like with Aaron, it's like I think Valentina is big enough because I think she was a 135er at a point in time. I believe so. And I think she's very big for the weight class already. So.
Bullet?
I think it's going to be.
Yo, bro. Bullet 100% was at 135, and she's not big for the weight class, but she's pound for pound. She's strong as fuck. But I agree with what you said. But what was I going to say, man? Fuck, I forgot. Anyways, take it, guys. It's cool.
Well, the thing is, like, in regards to people having a better time at their strategy, Aaron having a better time of taking Valentina down and potentially getting the submission. Natalia having an easier time of outstriking Valentina or whatever. So with Aaron's side of it, right? If she gets it to the mat, obviously it's going to get very interesting. It's going to be jiu-jitsu. I would say Aaron is very much so going to have the advantage on the mat because her foundation in and of itself was jiu-jitsu, whereas Valentina's foundation was Muay Thai kickboxing. So by default, absolutely, Aaron's going to have a bigger advantage in the mat than Silva's going to have an advantage on the feet. Absolutely 100%. That's 100% true.
Okay, but so you answered. Yeah, go ahead.
The main component, though, is getting it there. And that's where Combo, what he's talking about in regards to that jab, and I'm going to throw in also that check right hook. That's another problem. That check, basically the right hand of Valentina is going to seriously frustrate Aaron in getting it to that area that she's best at. Now, if she gets it there, cool. She's going to have a lot easier time of overwhelming Valentina than Natalia will. But
go ahead.
Natalia's going to have an easier time of getting past step one. Step one, get the fight / keep the fight where you want it. Natalia already has a step ahead of her, so that's the only factor. Go ahead.
I have a question for whoever, for BJ maybe, bro. First of all, I'm gonna say this, bro, to your benefit, BJ. Like, even though we know that, for example, Bullet is better than Manon on the feet, Manon's game plan against Aaron was to do everything to keep it on the feet. The fact that Bullet, if I was in her camp, I'd tell her, bro, just keep it on her feet. and destroy that girl on the feet the whole fight, and it'd be easy, like laughable work, right? But since I know Bullet will take it to the ground with Aaron too. So Bullet's style alone will give Aaron more of a chance than Manon did, in my opinion, right? So that alone, when it goes to the ground, I want to ask you the other question is this: if Aaron is on her back, like I would assume that you prefer for her to be on top, but if she's on her back, how much of, like, let's say she gets taken down like multiple times, and Bullet is on top, like how, like you like this position for Aaron? You probably like it more than on the feet, right?
I like it better for Aaron early, but not late in the fight. Like early, if she gets taken down and put on her back early, I think her chances of, you know what I'm saying, working from her back are better early than they would be, because this is gonna be a hard fight for Aaron. You know what I'm saying? If she gets to fight Valentina, you know what I'm saying, like that's gonna be a hard fight for her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to see that. But if Aaron's gonna work from her back, like she's gonna have to show Valentina why not to take her down. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's up to Erin Blanchfield. But there's a reason I put Big Manon on the screen right here. You know, I can't talk about these top flyweights without talking about Big Manon. You know what I'm saying? Manon. Would Natalia Silva have beat will Natalia Silva beat Manon? She's gonna have to fight her. You know what I'm saying? Like one way or another, they're gonna have to fight. So would she beat Manon, or would Manon school Natalia Silva the same way she beat, you know, in a similar way she beat Erin Blanchfield?
Yo, 2Bs, let me ask you this. Same question with BJ. Do you think that Silva turns Manon and the same type of fighter that Bullet turned Manon into, like kind of grappler against the cage? Like, will Manon welcome the feet with Silva, or she'll do with what she did with Bullet?
I'll be honest, like I don't know. We did kind of see that with the Rose fight, where Silva kind of switched things up and started clinching Rose up against the cage. Again, grappling. But I know we passed that, but I'm just saying, like, but yeah, like it's definitely within the realms of possibility that Silva will switch up and kind of do some clinch work to potentially, you know, just switch things up.
My question is the other way around. I expect Silva to keep it on the feet. I'm asking, do you think that Manon will turn into the girl that puts her, like what she did with Bullet? Do you think that Manon would try to do the same thing with Silva and implement grappling against Natalia, or what?
Oh, okay. It depends on how those striking exchanges go. I think it's definitely a possibility, but it depends on who gets the better of who on the feet. I'm gonna be straight up, like, Manon Norval is an easy fight for anybody. I don't care who you are. Natalia, Amanda, Nunes, it don't matter who it is. Like, those aren't easy fights, regardless. So at the end of the day, it depends on the fighters. I'll say it's definitely a possibility that Silva gets the advantage of Manon on the feet, and then Manon decides to wrestle, whatever. It's a possibility that Manon gets the better of Silva, maybe. I don't know. I very slightly favor Silva striking over Manon's.
Bro, you saw really? You think Manon could get the better of Silva? Like, if it stays on the feet, let's say it stays 5 rounds on the feet, you think Manon could beat Silva on the feet for, like, if it stays mostly on the feet?
Like I said, I slightly favor Silva.
You saw how Bullet handled Manon on the feet. If Silva can't handle Manon on the feet, bro, she's not all that on the feet, man. She's way faster. She's way faster than Manon, bro.
I think she can beat her on the feet. I think she can. I think when it comes to those type of fights, it's gonna probably look more like the Rose fight, because when you put two fighters that are like mainly like counter strikers, it's gonna be like a little tit for tat chess match in the middle of the octagon, like it wasn't a Rose fight. I just feel like that's how the fight would play out more so than. But I think if someone were to grapple first, I would think Manon would grapple first.
Right, that's what I would think too, bro.
I don't think she's as fast as her, explosive as Natalia. I don't think she is.
Bro, if Natalia can't turn Manon into a grappler, and Manon is comfortable on the feet with Silva, just that statement alone to me, bro, Silva is like, I mean, she's still cool on the feet, but she's Yeah, whatever, bro. Easy work.
Yeah, but
Easy work for the one, bro. Easy
Dogs
work.
make fight. Hey, look. At the end of the day, like I've been saying this from the get go. There's no guarantee. Like we don't know how the fight's gonna play. There's a very good possibility that it don't go Silva's way, and it don't look good for her. It's possible. Really, what this all comes down to is person's chances and why we think they have a chance. And if you're a Silva fan, what you have to go on in regards to why you think she has a chance is stuff like what I've been saying, the gap between her and everybody else. And then on top of that, how long she's able to keep the fight within the realm she wants to keep it in. If you're talking percentage, out of all her fights, 95% of it has stayed in the realm she wants it to be in. That's all the way at the top of the division as well. It's been like that. So because of that, because of the gap, and because how she takes very little damage in her fights, you don't walk out of fights with Silva bleeding, bruised, none of that. And she gets a lot of cage time in. You feel what I'm saying? It's great to finish, absolutely, but the cage time that Silva has of separating herself from her competition, these are the types of things why we think she has a good chance. But then again, it is a chance. So yes, Valentina could win, but it's a chance.
Bro, I agree with everything you said, but let me ask you this at the same time. When you look at this fight and you give like your assessment about Silva's chances, you take into consideration everything you just said, but you also, I mean, I hope you take into consideration who she's fighting. Like, forget the ground. Like, you know that Bullet is like, okay, you compare Silva has the edge against 90, like in all her fights, like let's say even 100% of the time, bro, she has the edge, no problem. But bro, you understand that who she's fighting on the feet, and since you know who she's fighting on the feet, you still give like you take that into consideration to give her shots, even like even if it stays on the feet, like you're going off her skills and what she showed you in the past, but you know who she's fighting, so you have to take into consideration who she's fighting on the feet to still give her a great chance, or to lessen her chance, or to, you understand? Like you have to take Yeah,
I fully understand that. Here's the thing, right? This is why I'm so intrigued by this matchup, is because of what I've been bringing up. Her gap between her and her rest of her opponents. Look at Valentina. Look at the gap between Valentina and a majority of the people that she's fought at flyweight. She puts a significant gap between them. If you're gonna have a chance against Valentina, this is what a person needs, is to have a very significant gap between them and their opponents. And that's why it's like, okay, if there's gonna be anybody, we're signing someone up to go on that path of fighting Valentina, that very difficult path of beating her. This is what we need them to have, right? If you're making a list like that, that has to be on the list. If they're gonna beat her, there has to be a gap, and Silva presents that gap.
Of course.
Valentina's a different fighter. She's always gonna be a different fighter. That's like, it's like what Kamos is like. We all gonna say she's probably, well, if you ask me, as of right now, she's the greatest fighter in the world in terms of women, without question. That's just my opinion.
Bro, that's almost disrespectful, to be honest. But it's okay, bro. It's almost disrespectful. Bro, this is not pound for pound number one. This is not the best fighter in the world. None of that shit will do, bro. Not Hall of Famer, not Mount Rushmore. My man, there's only one title for the one. You either call her the one, the top dog, the final boss, or the GOAT, the real GOAT. Yo, bro.
Like I just said, she's the best fighter.
You said best fighter in the world, bro. Not in the world, bro. Ever, bro. Bring them from the past to the future. I don't, bro. Yo, no, I'm kidding, bro. Yo, let me ask you this. You said that if she beats Natalia, you have her as the GOAT, right?
Without question. If she beats Natalia, I don't care what anybody says.
You want Aaron too, huh? You want Aaron too in the package.
Honestly, I think I'll tell you this. If Valentina goes out here and said like 50-45 Natalia, I will fight everyone till the end of time on that GOAT discussion about Amanda.
So
For Valentina.
I can retire, bro. I can retire. I give you the.
You can retire. You can retire.
I give you the torch,
So
bro. I give you the torch. I pass you the torch,
you can retire, James. Because look, like one of the reasons I got into MMA, look, this is why I'm so impressed with Silva. This is why I'm so high on Silva, is because this is the first time I've seen this kind of stuff since Valentina. Manon did it kind of as well.
Bro, she kind of had the same narrative, Manon, before Natalia. The same narrative you have of Natalia was the same narrative before Manon got fucking
Tell him, James.
got her nose busted in under 3 minutes on her ass. The girl that nobody takes down.
Hey,
and she was like hugging for dear life the whole fight and giving these weak ass knees the whole time. Bullet was looking at her like, "Yo, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?" I thought you really was about that life, bro. What are you doing, bro? You're caressing me the whole fight, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. No, but I get your point. Natalia is the like, if you compare Bullet's dominance, Natalia is the next best thing. Like, basically, she barely lost a round, bro. So, no, I get your point. Like, why she's deserving to be next.
And here's the one thing, the factor, right? It's that style that BJ's not a fan of. And there's a reason why people aren't a fan of that style, because normally it doesn't fucking work, bro. You don't typically get the better of your opponents when you spend as much time either moving laterally or backwards the way Natalia does. It's a phenomenon. Not a whole lot of people can do that successfully. So not only do you have the factor that she puts a gap between her and her opponents, but she's doing it in one of the most difficult styles to do it with, which is on the back foot for a majority of the time. So that in and of itself is another reason. And then the fact that you got to have great cardio to do that. Not everybody can pull that shit off.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, but I'm gonna be honest, man. To be honest, 125 in terms of striking, bro. Like, I get that is the best division and all that, but bro, like, if you look at striking alone, yeah, it's all right, bro. Nothing special. Like most of the divisions, but even if you just look 125, I mean, Grasso has good boxing, but it's limited since it's just mostly boxing. Manon is Manon, whatever. We exposed that shit. Natalia, she's fast, and we still didn't expose that shit. But or Kong, maybe Kong is good striker. But I mean, like, the girls that she beat, Natalia, all she had to do is just keep it on the feet, which she was able to do. And yeah, bro, she did her thing, bro. She dances on them like all night, bro. Like, easy work on the feet for her. Because she's fast, bro. She's fast. She throws combinations. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I expect the Natalia fight to go like this, bro. Honestly, I don't necessarily think it's gonna be an exciting fight. I expect the first 2 rounds that she had against Rose, I expect a lot of that from her. And I expect basically, bro, she's not gonna play Bullet's game better than Bullet. Simple as that. And Natalia throws more combinations. Bullet is less risky. Bullet is like, even the distance manager, like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, every strength that she has that works against everyone else.
anything you can do, I can do better, James.
Bro, guaranteed, that's man. Like honestly, man. Like, she's a good counter striker. Like, bro, we're talking about Bullet, bro. So she's fast. Okay, I got speed. You got speed. I got speed, bro. You that jab that Combo talks about is the most impactful punch in all of MMA, bro. Even the men put together, bro. That jab is there every night against every fighter, bro. Everyone eats that jab slash that hook. That's just like the appetizer, bro. You know, that keeps coming at you like all night. Then you add the ninja shit. Once we get you know what's gonna play a big factor? The distance management, because both of them are good at it, and it's a huge advantage to have, and both of them are able to have that advantage in their fights. So yeah, bro, all that circling and all that shit, bro. Bullet just stationary, bro. just like a snake, bro, ready to attack and get like no extra movement, bro. And like I said, the speed that she has, bro. thank God she's fast, bro. Because if she wasn't fast, bro, she wouldn't have the success that she had already, and she wouldn't even have success against Bullet. Her speed could be a problem, and her feints. The fact that she feints like all that shit. Look, man, look. I'm gonna give her respect. I'm not saying it's gonna be like a. I mean, it could end up. It's always a scale with me, bro. Bullet could, all of them, she could end up like dominating them like she did Weili, basically. Okay, but we're not gonna go there. That's the best case scenario. Like besides a stoppage, I'm thinking that Natalya will have some success on the feet, but nothing like she's never gonna really hurt her. Like she can outdo her in couple moments on the feet, but it's not gonna be enough. So I'll say 4-1. Bro, if I'm being generous, I'll go 3-2, but it's gonna be 3 clear rounds. Or 5-zip, bro. Or we just crucifix her ass, bro. Or we just crucifix her ass and we take care of the trash and get the garbage out of here, bro. Bring Aaron in the same night, bro.
Good luck with that if that's your expectations. There's one thing I want to say though, and you're gonna think this is a dig, and it's not. I promise you, it's not. But it's like when I think about matchups and I think about a fighter that I'm gonna go into a debate to try to convince or whatever why I think they're a good candidate to fight, whatever, right? I look at what interests me. And, you know, it could be from a X's and O's perspective. It could be from just a logic perspective, right? It could be from MMA math. It could be as low as that. But I look for what interests me. And one thing that interests me is, okay, not that Valentina couldn't do it, right? It's not that she couldn't go out there and just dominate Grasso on the feet for 5 rounds.
I knew it was going to talk about Grasso, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's just the simple fact
she just toyed. She didn't dominate her. She just toyed with her, bro. But go ahead, bro.
Right. It's just the simple fact that this was the decision in her mind. Like, okay, these judges are against me, or this system is against me. I'm gonna make it very clear in this third fight that I'm the better fighter. And I don't care if it's boring. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to dominate this girl. It's just the clear fact that was the go-to, was the wrestling. It's not that she couldn't do it, but it's just the fact that was the path that was decided, was that I'm going to out-wrestle this chick. Despite what I can do on the feet, I'm going to out-wrestle her. That decision, for better or for worse, whatever you want to call it, that decision alone is what interests me, because of the fact that Silva decided to give Grasso the best possible scenario, which was a fighter who's not going to take you down. She's not going to shoot a single takedown. You are going to be in the realm you want to be in, which is striking. And Grasso couldn't do nothing with that.
Okay,
whatever you want to take from that. Whatever you want to take from that, I get it.
Slight correction. Everything I agree, but it's not that Silva gave her the, like, there you go, get your best chance. It's that was Silva's best chance as well, bro. Silva is not gonna take. Okay, so what you're saying is that in the best element of Grasso, which is striking, Silva beat her there, and Bullet didn't beat her there. Okay, no problem. I can go tit for tat and go like add context and show you that at the end of the day, even the first 2 fights, bro, Grasso had a moment here and there. That's the fact of the fight. Now Grasso, since Bullet, no one has moments against her on the feet. It looked like Grasso did something amazing, which she did compared to Bullet. That's the thing, because the bar is so high. And another thing, she chose, like you said, the easiest path, which was on the ground, and let me just shut this whole shit down, and bro, fuck all that, since you're gonna screw me or whatever. Okay, bro, you can still say that even if Bullet is better than Grasso on the feet, bro, she can be like a tricky fighter for Bullet. Let's put it this way. I still blame Bullet for the first 2, even the second fight. I blame her, like, she could have like whooped her from the start, to be honest. But whatever, what happened, bro. She knocked her down, no problem, bro. But let's not act like Grasso was getting the better of Bullet on the feet throughout the fight. She had a moment, bro, here and there. She would.
She had a lot of success in the pocket with
Bro,
Valentina. Dude.
bro, the first fight, she landed 2 good punches in 15 seconds in the first round. That's it. Then she got the finish. That's it. She didn't do shit on the feet the whole fight. The second fight, she knocked her down, bro. Okay, cool, bro. That's like she had moments. But these moments are like one punch here, one punch there. The most consistent punch in both fights was the jab all night, bro. She was, even the third fight, it was on the ground, but the time that it stayed on the feet, she whooped her on the feet too. But anyways, it's cool, bro. If we're gonna play MMA math, I agree with you. Silva did it better and more easier on the feet than Bullet did.
It's not even that she necessarily did it better than Bullet.
She did it. It was easier. It was cleaner. It was more like convincing.
Well, no, the only point I'm trying to make is I'm grabbing at something that is trying to get me interested for a fight for Valentina, because for the longest time, it wasn't easy to be interested in Valentina's opponent, right? Because you're like, oh, Valentina gonna smash another one, right? And then we finally shifted to an era where it's like, okay, these girls actually got a chance. It shifted, right?
I mean, okay, no, yeah, I understand. It's not like before. I understand that now they have a chance compared to before. But if you want to play that math game, oh, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying though is like, it's not even about saying who's more impressive and all that. It's just I'm grabbing at things where I take into inventory. I'm like, okay, this is why this fight interests me. It's not even a matter of arguing who's better, who's worse. It's just a matter of getting excited for the fight. That's where I come from.
I mean, of course, and you're right, bro. Of course, even me as the biggest fan and whatever, of course, it interests me too, bro. First of all, it's a fight. I can hype her as much as you want. She has to back it up at the end of the day. And besides that, bro, Silva is the deserving contender, bro. It's like you said, bro. She barely lost a round in like her last 7-8 fights. So of course she should be next, and her fans should have somewhat, like, at least give her, I don't know, bro. As a fan, give her like, I don't know, like, what's your odds? You think she's a favorite? I don't know, bro. Whatever. Give her like support your girl, bro. When fight night's gonna happen. When fight night's gonna happen, we'll see what's up. But of course, she has some chances. Like, she's good on the feet. I mean, yeah, for what we've seen up until now, especially when you compare what she did against other girls, like, there isn't. That's what I'm saying, bro. Silva is in the same position that Manon was before Manon fought Bullet, bro. Manon barely lost rounds before she fought Bullet. Silva barely lost rounds before she fought Bullet. Manon beat them all on the feet before she fought Bullet. Silva beats them on the feet. Now, I'm not saying they're the same fighter on the feet, but the gap was there, bro, in both cases.
Yeah.
Silva just faster. And the way she moves, and like, bro, but if you want to play MMA math, I could say that Silva against Rose gave me faith that she'll be, pretty easy work against Bullet, bro. You understand? Like you could say that she beat Rose. You can say that she beat Rose, but bro, even if you're the biggest Silva fan, you can't deny the fact that the first 2 rounds, bro, she didn't look like Silva at all, bro, at all. She looked like, let me like, very tentative. Like, if that's Silva, like, just, but I know it's a small sample, but that's what you did with Grasso as well, bro. So if you look just at the first 2 rounds, bro, I expect Silva to bring her best game against Bullet, okay? But I expect, honestly, all that advantage she has on the feet, I don't expect her to be as active. Like, the first 2 rounds, I expect them to come back against Bullet. Because when you're fighting a fighter that counters as good or better than you, that has the distance, that whatever you throw, things are coming back. Bro, Silva, she had her way. I'm not saying like it's good, bro, because what she does best, the other girls can't do. And she's able to keep it on the feet. So up until now, she hasn't been tested. Even Grasso, you know why Bullet is a better matchup for Grasso? Silva moves a lot, bro. Moves a lot. She's fast and she moves a lot. Bullet is more stationary, but she's on the ball of her feet. Like, she's like, just moves enough. But she's still closer to you in a way. It still gives Grasso more of a chance to land these punches in a way. So this could end up being styles make fights too. Maybe Grasso, bro, will always be a little complicated for Bullet on the feet for some reason. Even though she's not supposed to be, for some reason, bro. Yeah, that's. I mean, sometimes it's like this, bro. Like I know you don't watch boxing, but Pacquiao always had trouble with Marquez, bro. They fought 4 times, bro, and he would whoop everyone else, bro. And he would whoop Marquez, but it was always like a give and take, you know. So it's it's.
But yeah, like I said, man, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get interested, and I can only hope that BJ will possibly leave this rear naked smoke, at least understanding why there may be the lack that he's talking about. But I feel like what it comes down to at the end of the day is it's just a simple matter of volume. And at the end of the day, sure, there's questions. Like, here's the verdict, though. I'll say this is the verdict. If you are a Natalia Silva fan like myself, you should be somewhat concerned about the grappling aspect. You will be hopeful that she's prepared, and I lean towards the side that she's not going to be a fish out of water on the mat. I seriously doubt it. And then I also think that she will give Valentina problems in regards to being able to take her down, because it's not necessarily easy to take Silva down. And Jasmine is big, Blade is big. It's not like she hasn't fought big people that have a lot of strength. They don't have takedowns like Valentina, but at least they had size and strength, and they were attempting to drag her to the mat. And the fact that they were unsuccessful, it's not like she's a fish out of water. Like that's the biggest thing, right? As long as you aren't someone who's gonna get easily drowned by other people other than Valentina, then at least we have something to work with. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Valentina's going to be on a higher level in regards to all aspects. But what at least we need is to see, okay, at least on all the other fights, people couldn't really exploit her in this area. So we got that check mark. But just for the sake of BJ and whoever else may not like Natalia or not be like huge on her, please give a little bit of critique towards the grappling end. Be fair. You know what I mean? And I feel like, I know me, Combo, and a lot of people here are fair, but just try to be fair with your assessment so that BJ don't come after you. But me personally, I think that
nobody. Come on now.
But I'm just saying though, like I think it's a fair assessment to say yes, we should be concerned, but not that concerned, because at the end of the day, she has done a good job of limiting our visual of her being on her back. She has at the bare minimum done that. She's limited the damage she's taken.
I give her props
and
for
she's
that.
She's limited the time she's been on the mat. So, hey, listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is a thing to an extent. So look, we're gonna go in here. Our chances may be real good, maybe not. Who knows? That's between them. But at least we have something interesting to work with, as opposed to, I'm not trying to diss nobody, but I feel like a lot of people didn't give Lauren Murphy a whole bunch of chance to beat Valentina, right? Right. So at least nowadays we have two people who are interested to fight Valentina, right? 3 if you add in Manon. You know what I mean? Like, there's some interesting matchups that at least give Valentina something to think about, as opposed to how it used to be. So be fair with your criticism, which I think at least the people that have been on the panel are. But anyone listening, like, try to take your try to look at the big picture and see, like, okay, this fighter isn't perfect. None of them are, except Valentina if you're James Prez. But
hey, yo, BJ, my phone.
I mean, bro, not perfect,
Hold on, James.
but bro, as close to perfect as can be, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with the goat, bro. You'll come to the dark side soon, bro. You're coming
Who said
soon,
their
bro.
phone
We
was
got
down?
you. We got you. We
Somebody
got you
said their
already.
phone.
He said, "Yo, my phone
Somebody
about to
said
die."
their phone was down.
Who said their phone down?
Can y'all hear me?
Was it combo?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
combo, bro.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying my phone. I'm about to bounce, man. But yeah. I pretty much got to say I'm gonna stick with what I said because yeah, you finally got it. You didn't want to admit I said it, but you finally got it. So hey, just didn't want to vote from this end. But hey, you gonna see. Hey, we can't argue now. At least been known. You got this good top 5 now, right? You can't really
Yeah,
complain. She got you
yeah.
talking. She got you salty. So hey, at least better. And hey, when she coming something, I mean, what can you say? And what can you say? I mean, we already know what Valentina does, right? So ain't nobody ever made it to argument that Valentina is gonna go in there and get washed. Don't make that narrative or anything like that, or don't make the other narrative. Oh, like nobody want to see Aaron or Aaron's top 5 positions questionable. Nah, like her position ain't questionable, man. It's just like when you've been seeing Valentina for so long, I know how hard a fighter like Aaron got to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes it takes a discussion to find that middle ground. You know what I'm saying? It takes a deep dive in a discussion like that, in a deep conversation and some passion. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes that. You know what I'm saying, to find that middle ground. I get it.
Yo, the fact that they still.
Wait a minute. What you say, Combo?
You got it 2 days ago. You just want to irk me, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man. Combo.
Yo, bro.
Look, plug this phone in and get up Tuesday.
Oh, okay, bro. We'll see you Tuesday, bro. Later. All right, guys. That was Combo Breaker 99. If you haven't already, jump over to Combo Breaker 99 right here on YouTube and subscribe. Yes, definitely subscribe to that guy.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
When do you think they're gonna announce the fight, man?
Dude, bro, next year. Fucking shit, bro.
This shit is becoming. Yo, this is becoming pathetic, bro. Like first I thought in July. Now they announced. Yo, I got a question for you guys. They announced in August. They announced the title shot of your girl, Dern. Okay, they're probably gonna be the.
No, they ain't announced it.
Oh, Dern versus. Yeah, that's not like it's not a fact still.
I think it, bro. But yeah, Tapology hadn't posted it, but Fight Bananas posted it, and that's Jillian's like home media station is Fight Bananas, so they posted it, and Jillian liked it. So,
bro, because if okay, let's say it's true, bro. If they're fighting in August, that will most likely be the co-main event. So what are you telling me, bro? The fucking one is going to September, bro? At the very least.
I hope not.
Unless, yeah.
So what is the status of Val? Because I know she said she had nagging injuries to recover from, though. Like,
I mean, bro, I hope she recovered, bro. I hope she recovered. It's been like fucking 7 months, bro. 8 months. She's fighting. She's training.
Is she like training?
She's training in Tiger Muay Thai. Yeah.
Training,
yeah. No, but she's training like in Tiger Muay Thai. Bro, to me, if it's not, bro, September is like, bro, if it's not September, like, bro, I might jump off the bandwagon and say fuck all that shit, bro, if it's not September, because, bro, it was supposed to be July or August at worst, bro, August. Now, since they announced the title fight with his girl, bro, if like they didn't announce, but possibly, bro, unless they do 3 title fights on August, which I don't think they will. Bro,
hey, Matua, I'm not saying you entitled to your opinion, but why do you believe she should retire?
Who said that shit?
Matua said Val need to retire. I
Yo,
want
this
to know
bum.
why.
Don't listen to this bum, bro. Don't listen to this bum. I put him in. I put him in his place from the start, bro. From the first time he came on the Discord, I told him what's up real quick. This guy, I don't know, bro. He's a flip flopper, bro. He acts like he's a fan of the
Beat up
one. Now he wants her to retire. All that
Rap
shit,
to retire. Why retire?
bro. She's not retiring anytime soon.
Yeah, hey. If you mean she beat up everybody, as in there's no one left, I mean BJ would have a lot to say about that. Myself included. I mean, there is the people left.
Nah,
Bro, she's not retiring.
Yet.
Yo, Bullet has at least she has, at the very least, she has 5 more fights left. Trust me, bro. Bullet is not retiring. Like before, she's like 43, 44. Bro, the way she's talking, bro, this girl is fighting in her 40s, like mid 40s, maybe even late 40s. Like, I hope she doesn't start getting whooped, bro, and I have to see that shit. But, bro, especially if she's fighting this, like, not often at all, like now, bro, if she goes to September, it's gonna be 10 months layoff, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? You know, like, what?
Okay.
Like,
The
like she's gonna
question
fight,
is
she's gonna fight
is
once
that
a year, bro.
UFC? Is that UFC? Because we know Valentina don't turn down fights. As soon as UFC give her a contract, she gonna sign it for whoever it is. She don't care. And we know that Natalia Silva wants to fight. And we also know that Aaron wants to fight. So it's not like people don't want to fight. So
I don't
is
know,
she
bro.
injured, or is UFC just taking their sweet ass time for no reason?
Listen. The only thing I could think of.
Hold on.
Is if
That's what's
she's-
so frustrating. That's what's so frustrating is because we do have multiple viable contenders. That's the point I made about it in the video I made. Like the contenders are there. The contenders are right there.
Bro, if it's Bullet that's postponing it, the only explanation I could think of is maybe her quote-unquote nagging injuries weren't really just nagging. You know, it were bigger than than she made it out to be. Okay, and yeah, bro, she took care of them. But bro, this layoff, like 9 month, 10 month layoff, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like.
But what's so crazy though, James, is based on how the Wei Lee fight went. You would have to imagine that it couldn't have been that crazy of injuries that she was.
Right.
You feel me? Like, because otherwise she wouldn't have been able to look that good. You know?
Yeah, exactly, bro. If she
maybe it was a surgery.
To be honest, bro.
She was putting off a surgery.
I don't know, man. Maybe. But to be honest, bro, at the same time, I think that Bullet now in her career, since she wants longevity, since she wants to fight in her 40s and be at the top in her 40s, trust me, this girl in her mind, she's not retiring anytime soon, right? Okay, maybe she's taking really her time in between fights. Like, she has the recipe, like the time off is as important as time on. But bro, there is still a limit to this shit. Like, if you really have to fight once, if you have to fight once a year to keep going, like for a long time, it's like trash, bro. You know, like
Because
9 months.
Oh, go ahead.
Like 9 months is the fucking like the worst case scenario I would accept. You know, like after 9 months, it's like okay, like supposed to be between 6 and 9 months max.
Yeah, I think that might be a factor that's going into it. She wants to have good amount of recovery time in, but the thing about it is, even if you're sparring to the level of Sean Strickland, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just not the same as being in there within in the cage, like in the actual fight, because they gotta protect you to some extent. Even just a bare minimum extent, they gotta try to protect you. That being your sparring partner. So we know Valentina gonna be training all over the world. That's a given. But at the same time, I don't know about extended periods. You know what I mean? Of not having that feel for the actual opponent that's actually 100% trying to take your head off.
Bro,
So
if we look at after the rematch, right? When Lord Bell had to step in and fuck it all up. Okay, bro, between the Miracle and the rematch, It was 6 months. No, my bad. Not after the rematch. After the trilogy, between the rematch and the trilogy, it was a year off because both of them had to do surgery, and they did tough. It was exactly a year off. They fought both times on UFC Noche, right, in September.
Yeah.
After the Grasso, the last Grasso fight, she fought Manon. It was between September and May. She fought Manon, and then she fought Weili in November. So it was like 6-7 months between both, like her last two fights. And now, bro, she fought in November, and if she doesn't fight July, she doesn't fight August, she fights September. Yeah, bro, that's 10 months, bro. So I don't think, unless she has a real injury, like from now in the future or something, I don't think she's gonna keep having these long layoffs like the last one, like this one. And this is the first time that we have questions, because every layoff that she had, even the Grasso layoff, like we knew they were injured, we knew they were filming tough, we knew they were, like, it was already set, the date, right? Then Manon got it. It wasn't like too long. Like Manon talked her shit on X. Okay, she got it. Then Weili, bro, they set it up pretty quick too. You know, this is the first time that there's like questions. Like, is it Bullet that's tripping? Is it the UFC? Is it the fact that they don't know who's next? We got two contenders. One is clearer, but the other can still have it. This is the first time where you have like this many questions, and nothing has been like, they didn't set a date for nothing basically. And you got the whole division that's like, there's a lot of fight, like Manon it doesn't have a fight, like Aaron, like Natalia, Aaron, Manon, Weili, we don't know what's gonna happen with her. Grasso, okay, she just fought, but whatever. So I don't know, man. This time is like is real weird, bro. I don't know. Like, to be honest, the fact that it took so long, like right now, if I was an Aaron fan, I still think it's Natalia. I still think she's deserving. I still think it's her. But bro, the longer it goes, the longer I'm inclined to think that, bro, it could be Aaron, bro. I mean, why not, bro? After all this time, bro, they can just screw Natalia and just jump in, Aaron, man. Try to get it.
Here's the thing that bothers me though. They told Rose, because Rose said in an interview, multiple interviews, that if she wins this fight, she gets a title shot next, right? So I would be very confused, as if I'd be very confused,
frustrated if they skip Natalia.
Yeah, like how could it be a title shot for Rose, who ain't got nowhere near the streak that Natalia does, and then not for Natalia if she wins? So was the stipulation that Natalia has to stop Rose, otherwise she don't get a title shot? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to understand that. You know?
No, just because of her name. Because of her name, Rose has even though none of them are real stars like Rousey or nothing, she's still a bigger name than, bro. Right now the UFC is a shit show, bro. Wow. Like, yeah, Rose doesn't deserve nothing. Even if she beat Natalia, she didn't even deserve a title shot. But anyways, bro, I still think it's gonna be Natalia. But the longer it goes,
what happened?
I said the UFC likes Rose though.
Yeah.
They would have gave, if Rose would have beaten Natalia, they'd have gave her a title shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to her, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Because
what's so funny though. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say what's so funny though is, like, you would think if Natalia Silva was someone that they just 100% didn't want in the title picture, right? Why even give her the Grasso fight to begin with? You get me? Like, they could have easily fed her to someone else, or like why even set her up that way if you wasn't gonna even give her? I don't believe in this shit.
I don't believe in this shit about the narrative.
I feel like they wasn't expecting her to win.
No, bro. I don't believe in the narrative that they don't want Natalia or they don't want bro. I think that they don't really care that much. It's not like there's a clear draw in 125, bro. Like, okay, you could say Natalia, nobody cares about her. Okay, but bro, do people really care about Erin, bro? Like the casuals. Like neither of them, no girl is a real star at 125, bro. But if it was Rose and Bullet, just the names alone, or Grasso, I would say, you know who's the biggest draw at 125? It's Grasso, bro.
It's probably Grasso.
Grasso is the only real draw. She has a country behind her. They made her if they wanted one girl to remain champ was when Grasso beat Bullet, and when they did the belt for her, and they did 2 events on Noche, and Bullet ended up shutting this whole shit down, and Grasso was, I think, it became the mute era, bro. You know. So, but honestly, the UFC, they had interest in Grasso remaining champ. That's the only thing I would agree with. But right now, I don't think they don't necessarily want Natalia to be champ. They don't care about Bullet, bro. It's not like they want Bullet to stay champ, bro. You know, they don't care about Bullet. They don't care about Natalia.
They definitely don't.
They don't care about Erin. Like they don't care, bro.
They don't respect skill, man, like that, man. Valentina is like an acquired taste to the casual eye. You know
the fact that she's defensive too. The fact that she's defensive too. It's not like it's not an all action war. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that shit. So,
but I still think Natalia is gonna be next, to be honest. But the longer it goes, the more chances it's possible that they for some reason they say, yo, Erin, get me in, coach. Just put me in, bro. That's it. They take Erin.
But Erin's not gonna turn. Erin is not going. It's like as soon as they ask Erin, she's gonna say yes, like right away, because she.
And Natalia too, bro. Natalia, don't create that fake narrative, bro. We know Erin has balls and ovaries and shit, bro. We know she's tough, but don't create the narrative that Natalia is like hesitant to take the fight, bro.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if
Natalia is no Mano, bro. Natalia is no Mano. You remember Mano, bro?
If there's any reason why that fight isn't happening, if they, visa issues, it could be visa issues, it could be all kind of things as to why. If they are trying to make the Natalia Silva fight, there's plenty of reasons why it couldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying if they do say, well, let's ask Erin, Erin is going to do it. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying she's not going to, that Natalia Silva don't want to fight her. She already said that.
Okay. You're gonna love me, baby. You're gonna love, yeah. We're gonna see who's gonna love who, bro. We're gonna see who's gonna love who soon, bro. You're gonna love me, baby.
James, you said the word soon. I don't know if I agree with that one word. Everything else,
bro.
Is
now
whatever.
It's what? Like, no.
Is it really soon?
No, it's not real soon. It's not real soon. Yeah, Unfortunately, it's not real soon, bro. It should have been July, bro. July, it was perfect for July, man. What the fuck happened, bro? They put Paddy Pimblett in the co-main event, bro. Bro, it would have been the return of the Mac and the fucking GOAT, bro, and the one and the Mac on the same card. If not, at worst, Islam and the GOAT, bro. They go again, bro, on the main event and co-main in August. But since now there's news about the Mackenzie Dern and J-Rob and whatever, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? We're going to September? Like, is she gonna fight this year, bro? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro, man? I don't know, man.
Yeah, man, I don't get it either, bro. BJ, have we come to a common ground?
Yo, BJ, you're crazy for that, bro. Yo, you're crazy for that. The guy said exactly. The guy said exactly what the Combo and Two Beasts were saying all along, bro.
What's the verdict?
He just said it. I don't know, man.
I think I've come to a common ground with you guys. I do. I think that I have a little bit of an understanding now, because can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. What is wrong with this guy, bro? Yo,
I feel like every time he's asked that,
this motherfucker, bro, it's crazy.
I feel like I was able to hear everybody, but then the people in the comments wasn't able to hear, or something like that. Like, I don't know.
Oh, they start telling him that they can hear him.
don't see it. I'm looking at the comments. I don't see anybody saying
I don't know, bro. I'm not looking at shit, bro. I'm not looking at the comments. What people are saying, like when I'm on the live, bro. I don't know. The comments they can like not turn you off, but like take you off the path or what you're trying to say and shit. Plus, I'm outside, so. Yo, where did he go, man? Yo, BJ.
I don't know.
Yo, this guy just fucking disappeared, man. Just like we would do to his girl, bro. Yo, you know that Aaron would end up with fucking take her ass to the hospital, bro. We'll put her in the bed, bro. Cripple her ass for
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, look at this guy.
Yeah, now we
He's
can.
back. He's back. Yeah.
Can y'all
Yo,
hear
talk,
me?
man. Yeah, we hear you, bro.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I made it to that common ground, man. I get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, old boy that came into the chat, forgot his name. My bad. Forgot his tag.
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yo, who's this guy, man? It's the first time he takes a link, no?
His first time he took a link, yes, sir. And it seemed like he's quite new to the channel because I've never seen that name before. So welcome to the channel, dude. Like it is what it is over here, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. He made some good points. He can talk his. He was clear with it.
I walk away from the discussion still in a way, you know what I'm saying, feeling like nobody is safe from from being criticized as far as facing Valentina Shevchenko. When you're somebody like Valentina Shevchenko, you have to be broken down and picked apart like that if you're in talks of fighting her. You have to be, and she's proven why you have to be. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen over and over why we have to have these conversations about these fights, and I think it should be across the board. But with the evidence that is given, I do have to consider that as well. And like Ramsey said, there's more evidence of what we see of Aaron than we see of Natalya. So there's a reason why there's more of a discussion of it than there is with Natalya. So I understand. I get it. I see where you're from.
What did you think that Combo and Tubis were? What did you think that they were saying, bro? What did you think that they were saying, bro?
James, you about to ruin it. You about to go another 2 hours, man. Come on. Don't ruin it. Just accept. I'm cool. All right. Just accept that he got the common ground.
All right. He got it, bro. It's cool.
Colostrum asked me how I think Nat versus Dakota would go on the feet, and I'm disappointed in myself that I have to tell you this, but I have no fucking clue. I really just I can't even tell you, man, because I'm not 100% sure on it.
Yo, bro, how disappointed? You're a Dakota fan? You're a Dakota fan?
No. Well, I'm not like a hardcore fan of Dakota, but I like whenever I've watched her, I've liked what she's done, and then not to mention she's got a super high finish rate, which not everybody has on the regional scene. You know, so
like you're still like fan or not, you're still pretty high on her, or not?
Not like, I mean, I think that Dakota is very talented, and I feel like even right now, if you threw her against someone in the top 10 in the UFC, I think she'd make it very competitive, and then some of them she might even like look real good against them. You feel me? Like I definitely believe that.
Like her and Manon right now.
Her and Manon, that's a tough fight, you know. But hey, I don't know, man. Like I don't know how. We do have the Tyler thing, but I don't know because she did finish Tyler.
What's your take on a girl like her in her prime? She has a lot of physical advantages. She has age on her side. She has basically everything on her side, bro. What do you think? What's your take on a girl like her that keeps re-signing with the PFL instead of coming to the fucking big leagues and fucking bow down to her idol, bro? What's your take what's your take on the fan choosing to remain a fan year after year after year, bro? No, honestly, no joke, man. No joke, bro. What's your take on the fan? Like intentionally. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's my take on it. And a lot of people won't like this, but I think of it like I can only go off of what I hear the fighters saying and what I hear them in interviews and how they fight. And based off of what I'm hearing her say in interviews, if I'm not mistaken, she had a really good relationship with PFL, not just like, matchmaking, but like just in general, that company. So I feel like that's playing a part in the fact that she doesn't want to just be like, okay, I know these people see me as like one of their biggest stars. I don't want to just up and rush to leave them right away. Like I feel like she's grateful to the company, and I think that's playing a huge part in it. And then not only that, she does want to rack up, maybe more experience, whatever, before she heads over. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, Dakota, to my understanding, she's not going out and saying, oh, I'm better than everybody. I mean, even James, he just said, like, she's a fan of Valentina, like, that's her favorite fight or whatever. So
But
she's
bro,
not going out here being like...
She did say she would beat her in the past, like in one of her interviews, even though she bows down, like she overly bows down, like she repeatedly bows down, but she still said that she would beat her. So what do you think about a girl like, like, bro, bring your ass to the big leagues, man, and let's see what's up, man.
Here's the thing, and I'm gonna bring up something real interesting here. Y'all remember Mackenzie Dern, right? And Mackenzie Dern in an interview, she was talking about a fight with Wei Lee.
Bro, I know what you're gonna say, and it was disgusting what you said, bro. It was disgusting, bro, what you said.
Here's the thing, bro.
Disgusting. Don't give her. You're gonna give her a pass. I know you're gonna give her a pass. It was disgusting what you said, bro.
What would you prefer, James? What would you? I'm gonna ask you a real question. What would you prefer?
I prefer her to take her ass out of the top 5 if she doesn't believe, bro.
Would you prefer a fighter who they know themselves have no chance? Like, say for instance, right now, let me think of a fighter.
So you're giving her credit for being honest, basically.
Let me finish. Like, let's say Poliana Viana got in an interview and she was like, "I'll be Valentina tomorrow if they ask me." Would you you prefer a fighter to go out and say, when you know good and well they probably don't stand no chance against this fight? Look, all she said was the exact truth. She said, "Look,
okay, cool. I respect that.
The way that she worded it. Let me finish. The way that she worded it was very important. She didn't go out there and say that she's scared of Wei Lee.
Basically, bro. Basically.
That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Because here's the thing. I promise you, if they give her the contract, she will sign it. She will fight for the title. If they was like, hey, you got to fight Wei Lee, okay, I'm going to do that. I know what she said is not like the thing that people want to hear. But at the end of the day, she was just answering a question genuinely and honestly. Like, look, if the Wei Lee fight, at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm ready for that fight, but at the end of the day, I'll take it. That's it.
And it's cool. It's cool. No problem. But put it this way.
She's being realistic.
That's the same thing Alexa Grasso said. Alexa Grasso said the same thing.
No, not the same thing. Not the same thing. No. You gotta bring both clips. I guarantee it didn't sound as weak as the Dern comment, bro. Grasso was kind of like wishy-washy, but she never really portrayed it. She kept it more to herself, even though we could read it off of her. She didn't say it like verbally, like Dern said it. And I understand what you're saying to Beast, but first of all, the comparison with Poliana Viana, whatever her name is, bro, this bomb is not even top 10, bro. So of course, if you ask a girl outside of the like, Dern is like at the top, bro. She's like right there, bro. She's the champ right now as we speak. So right. The comparison, if you're the champ, bro, and I understand that she kept it real. I mean, I could kind of respect that. It's not that I don't respect the fact that she's keeping it real, but bro, just like you said, You even said, okay, she said what she said, but you guarantee that if they give her the title shot, she's still gonna take it. Okay, cool, man. So why couldn't you just mask, like, shut up about your insecurity and your lack of belief? Just take the title shot and go in there and do what you can do, bro.
Because
what? Now you just gave Weili like, yeah, I don't even know if I can beat her. Like, wait, bro, you're a champ, bro. You're at the top. You're next. Like Mano, how she ducked the one after she beat Chuk, she didn't look as weak. Bro, no one says, like, I can't beat her. What were, like, Dern's exact words, man? I don't remember, but I remember when I heard it, I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, okay, you're honest, but who cares, bro? Just don't be, like, that's too honest, bro. Like, don't show that much, like, basically, yeah, I can't beat her, but yeah, I mean, yeah, what you want me to do? If I'm next, I'm next.
I mean,
But
what can you say about Dern, though? Because she's the current champ. So it's not like this girl is just a scared person. I mean, look, Dern been
But that's what I'm saying, bro. That's even more a knock on her.
It's not like she's a scared person. She didn't get knocked out and then quit fighting. You feel what I'm saying?
But she said it
like,
herself, bro. That's what she said. She undersold herself. Like, as a fan, you wouldn't think that she has this lack of belief because she's champ, because she's at the top. She shouldn't lack belief, even if it's Weili, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. You're there, bro.
Lacking belief to me. Because here's the thing,
what is it? So what is it, bro? So what is it if it's not lacking belief? She's being honest.
Here's the thing. What it is a fair, like, it's a very genuine and fair assessment of your own skill set.
Facts.
You said let me tell you what she was portraying in that message. What she was saying is, based on my current assessment of my skill set right now, I would prefer my skill set to be at a higher level before the Weili fight happens. However, if it does get offered to me, I'll take it with what I got currently. That's essentially what she was saying. She's not saying I'm scared to fight her. She's saying based on my skill set right now, I would prefer it to be higher for the Weili fight. That's essentially what she was saying in there.
Okay, since you tell me the exact quote, by this quote, don't you take?
Hey, hold one second.
Yeah, my shit. I know, we're off, bro. We're getting off, bro.
Hold on, no.
This quote.
No. For the people watching, hold on, James. 1 second. For the people watching, smash that like button. This is Real Naked Smoke, episode 7. Smash that like button. All right, boys, go ahead.
Yo, bro. From this quote, isn't she implying that basically I can't beat her right now, but if they give it to me, I'll still take it? But I can't beat her. Like, I don't believe I have the skill set to beat her right now, but basically I'll still take the fight. No one said she's scared, but the fact that she's implying already, like, in advance, that she doesn't believe that she has enough to beat her, that's what she said. I don't believe, like, I'm not confident that I don't think I have enough right now to guarantee that I would beat her. That's exactly what she said, bro. Like, why say it?
Yeah.
Just shut your mouth, bro. Take the fight. That's it, bro. Yeah. Like, as a fan, I wouldn't be like, I don't know, bro. You know, I would be like, fuck, man. She doesn't even believe she can beat her, bro.
Well, here's the thing. I'll give you this, though. It's not ideal to the typical person in terms of their preference of what they want out of a fighter that they're a fan of. It goes against the norm of that. Absolutely. You don't. Most fans, don't prefer to hear that. They don't prefer to have that energy coming from the fighter they're a fan of. From me personally, I love it when I have a fighter on screen talking on a microphone and I believe and know everything that they're saying is 100% legit. I love that shit, for better or for worse. So for me personally, it fits my preference. But then again,
it's good for you. It's good what you did. Like, basically, it's good. Yeah. No, I got your point, bro. I got your point.
Not necessarily 100% good, because then but at least I know
it's still good. It's still like she's not because you're right. Me too. I hate when a fighter, what's the word I'm looking for? Not screws you. Like they fool you. Yeah, they fool you. Exactly. That's the word. They fool you. Yeah, I hate when a fighter, they come in and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, do that, and then they get trashed, bro. This is the worst, bro.
This is, but we can take this away from what Mackenzie Dern said though. So now that when we do hear her say, "I'm ready and I know I can win the fight," then we believe her when she says that too. You know what I'm saying? When she says that, and which she's already said that after.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we will take her word like for real. Like at least she's honest. Yeah, you're right.
Well, listen, guys, listen. So I'm about to wind this thing down, but I do have to leave y'all with a parting thing here. Before we
Yeah,
get
go ahead,
off
bro. My shit is gonna my phone is gonna my battery is off, bro. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, last say it's gonna take 30 seconds and we off. There is somebody that is coming for every single flyweight in that division. And I just want to remind
bro. Shut up.
I just wanted to remind y'all before we got off of this podcast.
Get your queen out of here, bro. Get your queen out of here.
The king is lurking. The king is lurking, and all your flyweights gonna be afraid. Every last one of them better be worried about the king coming up through the division, baby. Now, you worried about that. That's what y'all need to be worried about, is that the king right there on the screen.
A little puppy, bro. That's all it is, bro. A little puppy for us, bro. This for breakfast, bro. This is a snack on the side. This is a side quest. This is a side quest, bro.
Hey, Matua, tell him the king is coming. Yeah, tell him, Matua, we on the train. Choo choo. Choo choo. She's coming for each and every last one. Hide your chin. Listen. Hide your motherfucking chins. Hide your chins from the king. I'm telling you. You better tuck that chin.
Yeah. My phone is gonna die, man. Take it easy, guys, man. Yo, we'll hop on another session, bro.
All right, peace, James.
2Bs, episode 7, my friend. Episode 7, man. I'm glad you was able to come through for this one, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I mean, we just witnessed the main event. You know, like we forget about Natalia Silva and Bow and Aaron. Hey, King Casey, the main event. You know, so we all gotta acknowledge the king.
The king is in the building, man, all the time. All the time.
Hey,
all the time.
I'm just saying though, like if there's a person that you need to try to track down for an interview, I feel like King Casey is the one. I'm just saying that's the one that you need to like really just harass and like.
Telling you, I need to. I gotta get on it. Yeah, man. Like I need that interview, King, for sure. Cause y'all already know I'm asking all the right questions. I'm asking all the right questions. So let's go. Well, shoot to 2Bs. I appreciate you getting on, bro. And we'll catch you on the next one, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for the time to speak and thank you for the experience. I sincerely appreciate you.
Yes,
and the chat as well.
Right. Yes, sir. Peace out. And there you have it, guys. Rear Naked Smoke, episode 7. No, so all it takes is a conversation. All it takes is a conversation, man. If you're on two opposite sides, all it takes is a conversation. You're gonna walk away with still what's in your mind, but you're gonna have a piece of what the other person thought, man. And you meet that middle ground. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? There was some passion in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, that the people that I brought on was a perfect mix. Shout out to Ramses for coming in and dropping his you know what I'm saying, dropping his knowledge on us. You know what I'm saying? He really was a turning point in the conversation, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys. But this was it. Rear Naked Smoke, episode 7, Pure Flames, guys. Where there is smoke, y'all already know. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Shout out to all my people over on Facebook that's watching. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all coming through. It was you know, I'm glad. I'm getting off here, guys. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Oh, fun fanatic. Appreciate you coming through, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button. And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. You got it, man. And your boy is out.